guys, welcome to our podcast. Let's make the introductions. I'm Vlad. My online name is Joe Lampton. I run the biggest webcam community in the world. Here is Hadi. He runs the biggest OnlyFans community in the world. And in my left, I have Hassan. He runs New Money. Is like one of the biggest networking communities in the world. He just had an event in Miami. What was the event in Miami, Hassan?
Amazing, bro. Amazing. I like having these events, seeing all these like-minded people around you. It gives you good energy. You always have good takeaways after the event. So, yeah, amazing. Hardy just had his event in Prague as well.
Yeah, it was good. It's nice. I think events are extremely important because people need to meet in real life as well. You can't just meet online and talk online all the time. You get more trust in a person once you meet him, get to know him in real life. So events are really very good.
Yeah, it's very good. And like normal people don't understand like the importance of like being in online communities. And I see like, yeah, we understand this, but like normal people like just downplay the importance. And this is why they don't have friends. And I was actually reading something, and I just wrote something on my Telegram about it's like male suicide is 4 times like more prominent like than like more 4 times more men kill themselves compared to women. And the reason is men don't have friends. Men are like lone wolves, you know? Like women always have like these friends, they socialize, they complain to their friends about problems, but men, after you finish high school and you're working, you have a job, you're lonely, and these online communities like help you make friends. Like we met because we're like active online, we're in like different type of communities and
We
shit like
met
this.
online.
Oh man.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
very
remember
important.
Vlad actually introduced me to Hardy. Hardy and Vlad lived in the same building. And then he was like, bro, there's this Lebanese guy downstairs. I'm originally from Lebanon. I was like, okay, I guess I should meet him. I think we went to that restaurant in Osho.
Oh, sure, yeah.
We
Yeah.
went to the steakhouse in Romania, and then we just met and talked, and that was 5 years ago.
Yeah, I
We've been
think
friends since.
people will benefit out of us talking about like how we met and stuff like this because they're probably in their early 20s and you know.
Yeah, the best way to meet people is online because imagine if one of us came to the other person while we were, let's say, in the gym or while we were eating at some restaurant. You'd be thinking, who's this like weird guy like
Yeah.
interrupting my time? And
I have an opinion on this. So like I lived a few months in Dubai, and there in like Dubai, even Marbella, even all these international places, more normalized to go on like talk to people. But like you guys who live in like normal cities, not international cities, is not so common, you know? Because I see the mannerism and people here in Bucharest. Because now we're in Bucharest, and like if I go to the gym, girls don't make eye contact. Normal people on the street, they're more like cold. If you're in Dubai, yeah, we had like me and my friends were there, and like men will come, oh, bro, I like your watch, blah blah blah. Where you from? Give me a lighter, and we started conversations. And even with girls, just make eye contact. You can talk to them. But like when you live in normal places, it's kind of hard. But even in like abroad, even if somebody approaches you, you don't know exactly if you like him, blah blah blah. When you meet online, you also like see what that person is posting, or if you're in the same community, you basically follow the same ideology. So it's better.
yeah, they're basically vouched for. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
basically, you already know who they are, you know what they stand for, you know what they represent, you see their content online, and it only takes a couple of videos of watching someone before you feel like they're almost
Get
your
to know
friend.
him. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you watch one podcast from someone and you think, you know what, this person seems exactly like me, I'd be cool with them in real life. And then you'll actually want to meet them. Or you see their IG, some story highlights.
Yeah.
They're having a good time.
Yeah, like me personally, in the last 6 years, I only made friends online. To be honest, I don't think in the last 5 6 years I made any friend. Like I only made friends with like other people creating content or people in my communities that I had throughout the years. Because it's like where to find. Like I'm fucking in my 30s. Where to find like people in real life? You know?
Yeah.
It's very hard. So it's very important for you guys watching this. Don't be an idiot. Don't think everything is a scam and just like spend some money on joining communities and things like this. I think it's important. Another thing that's important nowadays, like traveling part. That I was against traveling all the time. Like if people watch my content, I was like hating on traveling. But now I'm just we're talking about is like I became more of an internationalist and I see the advantages. Like you, Hassan, I think between us three, you're the most internationalist. Like you can talk
Sure.
about this, like the advantages.
Yeah, I've traveled to like 35 countries. I think it actually gave me a big advantage because I traveled to so many countries before I started making like real money. And then when I started making real money, it allowed me to stay focused on business. Whereas a lot of people they get super distracted. They start wanting to travel once they've made loads of money. But I was traveling a lot even before I started making a lot, so I was less tempted by all the things around me once I started doing well. But yeah, traveling opens your mind up to so many new people and ideas. Like Romanians are very different than people in Dubai. People in Dubai are different than people in Michigan, America. They're different than people in LA. Like every city and country has different people. It's really good to meet people.
Yeah, and also like I came to this conclusion. I did have conclusions on traveling because back in the day I was only traveling for 2 days, but this year I just lived in Dubai 3 months and stuff like this, and now I have like more conclusions on this. People go to like big cities. It's like the talent goes there. So like it might sound like a paradox, but like I would get hotter bitches in Dubai than I would get in even in my home country, because there is like the percentage of attractive women is like higher, and the percentage of people who make money. Like even now, I have more friends in Dubai than I have in my home country, because in Dubai it's like more people with money. You don't move there if you're an idiot, you know. You move there if you believe in yourself, you have some skills, blah blah blah.
All the most ambitious guys and the prettiest women, they go to the places where the other ambitious guys and prettiest women.
It's like
go to.
in soccer, like nobody stays in fucking the Bulgarian league to play there if he's like Champions League level. He goes to fucking Premier League, you know. The same in life, and now the things will. I believe in like 10 years, everyone who matters will be in like the top 15 cities in the world. Nobody will stay in fucking even in Bucharest, even in these capital cities. Back in the day, it was like, yeah, you move from your hometown. For example, you move from a small city in Bulgaria to Sofia, the capital. Now it's like everyone moves to Dubai, everyone moves to Miami, Thailand, but it's like a few places in the world, you know.
And there's a reason for that. If you think about it, there's a reason why everyone is going and meeting at the same places. No one is successful and still in a shitty, small hometown somewhere in their country. But this is the problem. I think this is the biggest problem. A lot of people think that, oh, this is the way to do it, that everything online is not real, that I can't meet someone online and become and actually build something with.
Yeah, I think that things change, and like we were talking about this. Like Hassan was saying to me, he came to Bucharest and he was saying like, bro, find me some place. I want to rent it for like 2 weeks. I'm willing to pay like $700, $800 per day. I don't give a fuck. And I was like looking in Bucharest and I couldn't find, because Bucharest is a shitty city that doesn't have the infrastructure to host some multi-millionaire who wants to just spend money, you know. But if you go to Dubai, you can find where to spend your money. This is a crazy thing.
There's better places for cheaper. Like there's only like 2 Airbnbs in the whole of Bucharest that I found that were like what I wanted, but they were like something so crazy, like 3,000 per day or something. And I was like, what? Like,
Yeah, even those
in
guys.
Dubai, bro, that will get you so much.
Yeah. Because Dubai is prepared for rich people.
Exactly. Yeah.
Dubai is prepared for you if you want. Like, I will give an example. If you're in Dubai and you want to take a taxi from your place to the restaurant and you want, I don't know, Kulinan to take you there, you can find it. It's not that expensive. In Bucharest, you cannot find it. Bucharest, find some old ass E-class. It's the luxury thing, you know. You don't have things to spend money on. If I'm in Bucharest, it's free in the morning and I just want to order anything. Cannot order it. It's closed. Blah blah blah. You know.
I was calling an Uber Black yesterday, and the car that came up was a
Tesla
Toyota
or something.
I was
Yeah.
like, what? And then next time it was Tesla actually, but
Yeah.
Toyota. It's crazy. And in America, just like one of the standard options of Uber, you get like the big GMCs or Cadillacs. It's
Yeah.
fucking
Really?
crazy.
Yeah. Now imagine we complain about cities like Bucharest, but imagine if you're a guy living in fucking a small town. Bucharest is like 3 million people. It's like, okay. Imagine there's a lot of people that live in like small places. You cannot do shit even if you make money. This is a problem.
It'll suppress you without realizing, because people think it's not that bad until they go to Dubai or until they go to Miami, and then they're like, oh my god, I should have moved sooner. It just makes you think so much smaller. It's not worth it. Even if it's cheaper, I was just gonna say, even if it's cheaper, it's not worth it because you make so much less money. So even if in Dubai you spend a bit more money on certain things, you'll make so much more money.
The ROI is way bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, and also what I notice is that, so what the problem is, they say, me, I make money, blah blah blah, and I'm used to certain type of like women who are hot, blah blah. In Bucharest, there's not so many hot bitches, but for example in Dubai, there's a lot of hot bitches, and I noticed when I was dating there, it's like they have the right mannerism, they know how to dress, they know how to act, if I go to a nice place, they dress properly, they act properly, you know. For example, in Bucharest, I don't. Maybe you understand, Hadi. It's like you have like 5 cars and you go with the fucking peasant ass bitch, doesn't this, and you feel like she doesn't deserve you.
Yeah,
You feel like you're
Doesn't
way
even know how to
above her.
open the door and
Yeah. Like you feel like when you're in the restaurant, doesn't know how to. She feels like she doesn't belong there.
yeah.
You know, and in other places you get girls who are like upper echelon. Like it depends on your psychology. There's guys who have insecurities and they feel like, yeah, I want this peasant. I want to be the first guy who meets them and has a nice car, blah blah blah. But like me, I'm the type of guy like I want girls like, for example, I will go to Cannes in 2 weeks, you know, and like just want to go there with a girl that's been traveling with your family and stuff. I don't want to go to some fucking peasant to go there with like some cheap ass purse to feel like a worm and like my friends judge me. Who's this peasant? And that girl feels overwhelmed by all the, you know. I don't like this bullshit. That other guys like it, but I don't like it. You know.
It's because they're also like-minded without even realizing it. Those girls are like-minded. They also went to the Champions League like you.
Yeah.
So they're like the same kind of caliber of person. They think the same way.
It's funny also because you can compare this with men as well. Like if I meet someone
Exactly.
and he comes inside, let's say my Rolls Royce, and he's like, "Wow, taking pictures." Well, I lose respect to that guy. Like I don't want to see him anymore because even if it's your first time, like act like it's normal.
You've been there before.
Like you've been there before.
Yeah, this is the thing. And also, like, when you have friends that are worms, what I noticed is, like, let's say you're in the bro, I had these friends back in the day, and we're going to, like, coffee shops, and sitting at a table, and it was, like, front of the street, and, like, some fast car comes by, and we're with bitches there, and all these worms were like, bro, the engine, just be more nonchalant, you're just embarrassing me, you know? Jerk off to this fucking engine, you know? But, like, when you're with people who are worthy, they just, like, seen this all the time, therefore this lifestyle is not that deep, you know.
I think for this, for whoever's watching, is the best is to surround yourself with such stuff so that you get used to it and you don't get to a point where, because anyone right now watching this, if you're in this small hometown in anywhere, Poland for example, you're not gonna see money in cars and luxury as often. And of course, it's gonna be like for you and everyone around you, like it's something new, it's something crazy, and unwillingly, you're going to put yourself in a position that you're gonna look just stupid in front of everyone.
Yeah, it's true. You look as stupid, and your goal as a man, people don't understand this, and I think it's very important to talk about it. It's like, because you guys are worms, you think everything in life is like, yeah, saving money and like buying objects, but you need to make money and also invest it in your mannerism, in your in like having culture. And having culture doesn't mean nowadays, doesn't mean reading the Iliad, reading books. It means traveling, it means meeting rich people, going out, blah blah blah, because then you'll have the proper reactions, even on a small level. Let's say you're in a fucking small town, 100k population, go to all the fucking restaurants, go to all the fucking good places, because then you will feel okay, even if it's rich people around you, even if it's hot bitch around you, you won't look like a weirdo, you know. And this helps you to make friends. This helps you if you have like the culture to go places and stuff like this, and if you practice it. Because me, if you put me in every restaurant in the world, I know how to order, I know how to behave myself with like the waiters. I'm not like anxious there, blah, you know. If you put a hot bitch around me, I won't be there, an idiot, you know, with anxiety. Or even in the opposite end, like rude, to trying to be red pill, trying to be nagging her, you know. You calibrate yourself by experiencing things.
Yeah, you gotta go out, you gotta do more, you gotta actually spend money, be in the right places. Too many people just spend so much time on their laptop, on their computer. They just think, if I sit in my room and grind all day, I'll get to where I want to get to. You need to meet people and travel. I've done so many different things when traveling.
Yeah, and
Places.
people,
So
even
important.
with girls, they think, yeah, if I make money and if I buy a nice car, then I'll get all the girls. Now all these things don't really matter that much.
It's normal now.
It's about who you are.
Yeah, and
People
like,
can feel it on you, they can sense it.
yeah, you need the mannerism and the experiences. I was thinking about it because recently, like, you remember, like Hassan came in Romania a few days ago, and when he came to my place, you remember I was with the girl.
Yeah.
So like when I first met that girl, she came to the date with like SL 63. So like a 150K car. So like this girl's family has money. She's traveled over the world, like Seychelles, Maldives, all these places, you know. And I was thinking, like, imagine if me, I was a guy who never traveled, or a guy who doesn't have money. I would feel like when this girl was saying like symbols, oh, I'm going there with my family, I'm doing this. I would feel like
I can
overwhelmed, you know.
understand, yeah.
And you need to be like accustomed to all these things, because then you look like a peasant, and then you don't exist in that universe. And even when you approach a girl like this online, she won't reply to you because you're like you're not from their world, you know.
They can feel that they're more experienced than you, and girls don't like it when they feel way more experienced than you. Or even if you're talking to another guy, if they feel like, or if you feel like they've got so much less experience than you don't see them as your equal. You don't see them as like a worthy friend almost. You just see them as someone beneath you. So you need to have traveled the world. You need to have met lots of people. It's gonna help with your overall charisma, your confidence, and people can sense it a lot. Like 90% of communication is actually non-verbal. So it's not even what you say, it's how you say it, it's how quickly you speak, it's how slowly you speak, it's the pauses, it's everything. So if you're in a restaurant and you feel like, fuck, I'm just getting flexed on by this girl, she's gonna sense that like you're inexperienced. She's gonna feel like this guy's an amateur.
Let's talk to the audience in a way that, let's say they understood this part. Someone from X small city in the U.S., whatever, decides to move somewhere big. I'm not gonna say Miami directly because it's not that easy. Let's say Bali, Thailand, Dubai, whatever. What do you think are the next steps for them to like start adapting and start becoming better?
I think the first thing is actually joining an online community, because if you join any online community, any single one, there are people in each major city. Whichever online community you join, there are going to be people in Dubai or Miami or LA or London or even in Bali or Bangkok, Thailand. So that's the first thing. The second thing is I'll say start posting content on social media, because naturally people are going to see your lifestyle and think, oh, this guy's
I have
cool.
a like real life example to like validate what you said. So like when I moved to Dubai, because I was posting content for so many years in Romania, and I have like two personal brands, the one in Romania and the one in English, the Joe Lampton and my name Vlado. So like anyway, when the war started in Dubai in like late February, like my friends from Romania were like influencers, just add me to a group with other 20 people who were making online businesses, influencers. And we created out of nowhere this crew of guys, and we were renting yachts all the time, we're going clubs, going to beach clubs. Everyone was making money. We could do everything, you know, everyone like we out of a sudden had like new friends because I was posting content online. And also on the back end, I had like these people from online communities and stuff like this. So like you put me in a city that never lived in my life, Dubai. I only went there vacation, and now I have all these connections, neighbors, people recognize me in the elevator and stuff like this. So yeah, definitely helps. And also like I think even these metrics like having likes, followers, all this bullshit, like it makes you look better in front of like imagine me. I lived in this apartment building in Dubai, and I was paying like 4K per month, which is not that much for Dubai, but like it was war and stuff. Probably the normal price was like 8K, but like now it was like half. So like I was paying 4K per month, and in that apartment building had like pool and lots of hot bitches were living there, you know. So like when I was talking to them and then following each other on Instagram, they saw I have like likes on every photo. They saw like I have comments. They saw I'm not like a worm, you know. So like help me go on dates, approaching, because even these guys who say like, yeah, you just approach girls on the street, don't rely on social media. Yeah, you approach them, you exchange Instagrams, and they fucking see you're a worm, and then they stop replying. When they see you've been everywhere, they will think in their minds. Like for example, I exchange Instagrams with the bitch in fucking Marbella, and they thinks like, yeah, look, Vlad last summer went to Mykonos, went to Saint Tropez, went to Monaco. If I talk to him, maybe I'll also go there. But you're a fucking idiot, never went nowhere. She doesn't fucking care you have like a 7 series in Ljubljana, Slovenia. You know?
100%.
They will think about their future with you, in a sense.
Yeah, for us it's so obvious now. It's almost like, yeah, it just
Normal.
sounds so obvious, but a lot of people don't realize this. They think if I just have loads of money, I'm gonna get loads of girls, but it's not like the amount of money you have in your bank account is tattooed on your forehead. No one knows how much money you have. You could have $10 million, but if you don't spend it, if you're not using it, it's like you don't have it. You can only spend money.
I'll give an example about this. I know a guy that last year he blew up. made a lot of money online with OnlyFans, and he was literally a nobody. No one knew who the fuck this kid was, and he obviously tried to get to know girls, get to know people, because now he has money and he thinks he can amplify it. And he started throwing these crazy parties, going around with other like more known people here in the city. But the thing is that the problem was no one even knew his name. Everyone used him just because he had money. Like I got in a situation where someone told me, "Oh, you know this guy that lives at X penthouse?" And I said, "Who?" And he said, "I don't know his name, but he does like crazy parties. Like he made money, but he's still insignificant. No one cares about him. No one knows. It's because he lacks all of the stuff we're talking about right now."
100%. Yeah, that happens so many times.
Yeah, you need like lots of qualities, and like when you make money, you need to like. I think when you make money, you need to be smart about the create systems, delegate. So you have the time to live your life and to obtain the mannerism. I use this word all the time, but I think it's very. I actually believe in this world, this word, because I've met people who don't have the mannerism for certain things. You know,
Yeah.
especially girls.
Yeah.
Like when you make money, you need the girl. Like you need girls who have like the mannerism for you, like to take them certain places. Because if you don't want, like people talk all the time about girls, like yeah, I just need the low body count girl, blah blah. It's not only about this. Like you also need somebody to fit. Like for example, when Hassan came to my house a few days ago, she came with hot bitch, blah blah. Like it fits the narrative of like a guy having all these cars and watches, hangs out with hot bitches. Imagine if he came with like a virgin who's from the villages. You know, I wouldn't see it the same. Me in my eyes, as a person who's not the worm. You know, see like why is I would have seen it like why is Hassan with his worm?
Yeah.
Now I see that yeah, it's hot bitch, blah. You know, like I seen it, I respected it, and like this is why people like don't understand. Like normal people don't understand why rich guys hang out with hot bitches and stuff like this. Because it's like a pain in your soul when you have all this money and you work so much. You want a bitch that knows how to play the game she needs to play, you know?
What people need to do is they need to write down a list of all the different skills and attributes there are in life, like your physique, your money, your income, how you are with women, how much you've traveled, all these different kind of things, right? Your fashion sense, and then rate yourself out of 10, and then you'll see which areas you're weak in, and actually be honest. So maybe you're like an 8.5 out of 10 in money, but then you're like a 2 in fashion and like a 1 in the gym because you're like 100 pounds overweight. So then you should prioritize the gym and fashion. To talk to people who are cool, who go to the club, then they'll tell you which clothes to wear. We actually discussed this about 5 years ago. We were talking about is money more important or is gym or women, all these things. And I think you were saying money's the most important because you can quickly hire a trainer and then ask you about which clothes to buy. And a lot of it is true. Like you can actually fix a lot of these things quite quickly. You just got to talk to the right people once again, though. It's the easiest thing to do.
I think money is the most important.
I'm just going to say your environment is the most important thing because let's say you're a 1 out of 10 in so many different areas, you can quickly boost yourself to like a 6 or a 7 just from talking to one guy for like a little bit of time.
Yeah. I think money is the most important because people like nowadays is this the culture shifted from having status to looks maxing all the bullshit, and I see all these TikToks where people say like, yeah, if you get leaner, get more bitches, blah blah. Bro, if you look at pictures, so like go to my Twitter, it's like Joe Lampton, or go to my Instagram, blah blah. It's like I have all these pictures when I was fat. Me fat or me now with like now I'm just like lower, like have 6-pack and all this bullshit. It doesn't matter because what matters is not going broke. This is the only thing that matters. Like not going broke and having free time because you can have time to talk to girls every day. You can have time to be in the right place at the right time. You can have time to like entertain and be have like penthouse, have all this bullshit. I think this matters the most. And Hadi, I think you agree with this. Like, this doesn't give nobody gives a fuck. Like, this is more in your mind.
Yeah, 100%. Because especially the free time thing. I know a lot of people that make a lot of money, but like their only free time during the day is to go to the gym or like maybe 1 hour.
Yeah, they work too much. I'll give you an example about this. I was talking earlier about these girls. I'm dating right now. It's like rich girl, blah blah. And like the thing is, so like a normal girl has like a job or is like broke as fuck, some warm ass bitch. What I'm about to say doesn't matter, bro. Hot bitches is like they value free time a lot. Everyone in their entourage they have free time. So me, I want to date girls who are young. I don't want to date 28-year-old, blah, blah. I'm 33 and I want to date maximum like 20-year-old, 18-year-old, 19-year-old. So like these girls in this age gap, they're free all the time. They travel with their family. They do all this bullshit. Travel with their friends. So you need to have the free time. So me, when I started having sex with this girl, just got drunk like 6 days out of 7. Imagine me being some worm, waking up in the morning, not having free time. You know? This girl was like, yeah, I'm driving through town. I just want to come and smoke a cigarette with you, blah, blah, blah. Imagine me being busy all the time. It wouldn't work. So if you want like hot girls or girls with money or girls that actually like turn you on, you need to create a lifestyle where you're more free. Where you can just postpone the work or you have systems and you work when you want. You know?
It's not about how much money you make, it's about the lifestyle you have. So you gotta identify which kind of lifestyle you want and then work backwards and then create systems around that. But like I said before, no one knows how much money you have. It's not written on your forehead. Like no one knows what you actually have in life, whether it's money, even your experiences. It's completely about how you carry yourself and the life you have. So just keep that in mind when you're dating or when you're meeting people. Like Hardy was saying earlier, if you hop in the Rolls Royce and you act like it's the craziest thing ever, he'll just know it's your first time in there. But even if it is your first time in there, if you act like I've been here before, as far as he's concerned, you have been in there before. Everything's perception. Perception is reality. So just keep that in mind, boys. It'll help you a lot. I really believe that's one of the most important things people need to understand. Like, no one knows who you actually are because people are just meeting you for the first time.
Yeah.
Even on social media, people make a quick judgment on you, a snap assessment on you, 5
Is
seconds.
it on Reel or on TikTok?
Yeah, and also, have you guys realized this? Like, when you're younger in school, you know everything about your friends. Their favorite color, their parents' names. I don't even think I know Hardy's parents' names. I know he's Lebanese, but it doesn't matter, and I don't think he knows my parents' names. Like, who cares, right?
Yeah.
I don't know your parents' names. All I know is your mum is English teacher.
Yeah.
Because you shared this story before. Maybe
Oh,
Hardy's
mine,
friends are a
yeah.
doctor. Her parents are a doctor, I think. Yeah, I know that. That's all I know. But it doesn't matter what his favorite color is. Who gives a shit? So when you meet people as you get older, you're more cold. You're more like quick to judge them. All right, this guy, he's from this country. He makes this much money. He's cool. He can help me with this. Okay, he's cool. I like him. He's useful. You know, you don't really care about the whole background. I don't care
Yeah,
what
I
Hardy
have
was
a
doing at
conclusion.
7.
I have a conclusion about this. So like, people have this high school mentality, and they think like they're too nonchalant in the sense that they think that like everyone knows everything about them. They're very
Oh.
careful what they post. But we know this that like people don't generally they don't know you. They know you based on what you post and what you say. And I think this is very important in dating as well. Because I noticed this. If I'm with a girl and I'm very open to okay, I dated this girl, blah blah blah, and I tell her exactly where I stand and what my experiences are, blah blah blah. It's better. She will treat me better rather than me being nonchalant and assuming she knows and assuming she respects me. You need to impose. You need to like explain who you are, so the people around you know how to treat you. You know, it's very important. Like if you see yourself in a good way, the people around you will see you the same. You know.
That's why online dating and just online meeting friends also is very cool because straight away they can judge your social media profile, see the content you post, and within like 10 seconds they can be like, yeah, this guy's high status or low status. They can quickly judge you. Whereas in real life, because it's a one-to-one conversation, you have to start from the beginning and try and tell them, yeah, I've been to this many countries, I make money. Like, and also you have to say it in an indirect way. You can't be uncool about it. With social media, people can just see almost your whole life and make a quick assessment, and that benefits you, that quick judgment, the first impression. But yeah, like even sometimes Hardy and I will talk about something and he'll tell me like, bro, this happened like 3 months ago. And I would never know, even though I'm friends with him.
Yeah.
Because you don't just message your friend out of the blue, hey bro, this happened.
Yeah.
You know, so some things can only be said in real life as well. So very few people actually know you and no one really cares, bro. There's 8 billion people. You said there's 3 million in the city. Where are they? Like, I don't see them. Everyone's just in their apartment. I always try and tell people this. This is one of my favorite mental models. If you looked at all these buildings around us and we had X-ray vision and we could see through the walls, you just see half the people like typing on their computer, half watching Netflix, a bunch of people maybe fucking, a bunch of people sleeping, eating. Everyone's doing the same shit. Like, you have to impose your will, like you said.
Yeah, you
Also
have to
social
move your
media.
and if you want to grow on social media, you need to be less nonchalant and like every time like just say the same shit all the time. You know, we were talking about this, like repeat the same shit because in your mind you think like, yeah, I said this 1,000 times. Yeah, but like somebody new that doesn't know.
Hardy and I talked about this. Like, we both had multiple supercars for like 3 years now, right? From 2023, we started buying a lot of cars. And we were saying we need to almost be less nonchalant about the cars. Like, on IG, we should be posting every 5 days. Like, not necessarily a picture like this in front of the car, but remind people, because every day there are like 10,000 new people checking the profile minimum. Yeah, you know what it says profile visits? I have like a few million a month, so every day might be 50,000 new people, 100. Like, it's crazy when you. I've actually never thought about it like this. This is the first time ever I had this thought. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh wow, that actually opened my mind up, boys.
It
A real-time
it
discovery.
becomes a reality, and you just stop caring that much.
But it's new people.
Yeah,
I
bro,
had a
because
friend.
new people
Yeah.
will treat you worsely, like will treat you worse if you don't show them who you are and like that you deserve being
You
treated
have
a
to-
certain way.
Yeah, you have to force them to respect your level.
Yeah,
by
because
showing
they
them
don't
the
know
lifestyle.
it,
Yeah.
and you don't have to judge them. They
Yeah.
don't know it. Like I seen this with girls. I met a girl like a few days ago. Like she was talking to me like I'm some guy that usually dated her, and I was telling her like, talk to like she was saying some bullshit like,
You're lucky to
oh, you
Yeah.
just only date certain types of girls. I say like, do you realize that like all my exes were like 10 times older than you? It's like, why do you talk to this? Like, do you realize? I was telling her like, she got me angry, and I was telling her like, this handbag you have is like, 50 times like less like cheaper than the handbags like my ex had. You know, like you don't realize. And I was showing her, and then she's like, oh, I could see she respects me. You know,
Yeah,
because but people don't realize.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I try to be nonchalant, don't talk about this bullshit, why they did, why I did. Because I think like people know, but a lot of people don't know. They don't give a fuck, you know?
Don't you think it's crazy that before, like 10 years ago, you would watch YouTube videos, like full long form content to get to know someone? And right now,
Yeah.
everyone judges a person based on a TikTok or a picture. Or
Yeah, bro, you know what I realized? And this is actually true. A girl won't even go through all your highlights on Instagram to see all your life
Yeah, no way.
Yeah.
until you fuck, until she loves you, blah, blah, blah. Like, you message a girl, she might see you in real life. We thought, like you, like me, personally, I would go there and do my homework more than the girls. People
Yeah.
don't have the attention span. They're used to, like, judging
Yeah,
people
even on
fast.
Instagram, if you're posting a carousel, let's say you post a carousel with
Yeah.
15 pictures.
Yeah,
No one's
check.
getting to the 12th picture.
yeah, you can check and see like
Where they
what
swipe
Exactly, on
they
TikTok,
saw.
you know?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
we're,
yeah.
me and Hadi were, like, posting these
Carousels.
carousel bullshit, you know, like dumps.
Yeah.
And you can see there the statistics, like, people usually watch the first two pictures, and then the last pictures only their hardcore fans, they watch it.
I
You
said
know?
that to my friend behind the camera. He had like this carousel with like 8 pictures, and the 4th and 5th and 6th picture were like the coolest pictures. I was like, bro, I never even saw this picture.
Yeah.
Like, no one cares. The first one has to be pretty strong. You know, because when a girl comes on your profile or when a guy comes on your profile, you might have 32 posts. But there
I'm
might
not
be like.
gonna, and the problem is the person posting it, most normal people, they overanalyze. Like they sit and think, oh, should it be this way, should it be that way, and they overestimate themselves and overestimate like the attention span they're going to get
Yeah,
from that
yeah, yeah.
specific post.
100%.
Like-
no one cares.
Yeah,
No
like,
one fucking cares.
me, even me, I'm thinking like, oh, how to post these pictures, blah blah blah. But like, generally, like people are like, bro, their mind is fucked up. Like even me, my mind is fucked up. Like back in the day, I was watching like a football game when I was a kid, and I was watching full 90 minutes. Now I just don't give a fuck about anything, you know?
I think a good example is I remember you tweeted something, Hassan, about Offset dying, like
Yeah,
takeoff. Yeah, and like if you think about it,
I've said it so many times, they should remember.
yeah,
Yeah, but it's why people remember it. Like even me.
No, not offset, take
When
off.
he said like offset, I was speaking of you tweeting 1,000
Oh,
times it's offset. Because bullshit.
Carry on, what were you saying? What was the point?
imagine he's super famous and people forgot. I think maybe after a week. And imagine you're the guy watching right now that doesn't have a personal brand, that's really nothing. And like I know it's harsh, but if you literally die today, the people that are gonna remember you, other than your parents and your siblings, is gonna be zero. No one's gonna care after a week,
Yeah,
not
that's
even
true.
a month. Everyone's just gonna forget.
It sounds so bad, but it's completely true. It's completely true. Just think about all the people in your own personal life who you've stopped talking to, people you might have been best friends with in the past. You know, like humans are evolved to not care so much after something bad has happened.
We overestimate how much people see what we're doing, and in our minds we think like we're the main character, and people actually
They don't
give a fuck. And I remember when I was a kid, like not necessarily a kid, like 12 years ago when I started making money, you know. And I remember I was going to Louis Vuitton and Gucci and buying all this designer shit. And then I went back home to my hometown and I was like going to the club like this. And I was in my mind, I was actually thinking like, people respect me.
Yeah.
And like nobody give a fuck. Nobody cared. You know. Like this is the reason. Like even with the things like cars. Like the reason why people respect you Hassan or Hadi is like you just exaggerated with like the cars. If some worm buys a fucking 7 Series, he will never be considered the guy with a big ass car. Nobody gives a fuck. Like people, even me, and I'm sure people consider this as well. They saw you guys like, oh, these guys have cars when you start buying all the cars, like 6 cars, 5 cars, you know? Like, oh, this guy's buying cars all the time. Now he's like this guy that knows about this topic, you know?
Yeah.
Like nowadays, you have to do something all the time. It's the same with your tweet. The reason Hadi remembered your tweet about like Takeoff dying is because you talked about this all the time.
Yeah, what people don't realize, this is such an important point that I want to really explain quickly. What people don't realize is, let's say Hardy remembered that tweet. Let's say he read it so many times and he got annoyed. Let's say he's like, bro, this is the 7th time I've seen it. And Vlad as well, let's say.
Yeah.
The extra 500 people,
Well.
the extra 500 people or 1,000 people like Hardy and Vlad who got slightly annoyed are massively insignificant compared to all the people who saw it for the first time.
Yeah.
Like, it's so much more important to remind them again. It's the same with us with the cars. This is why it's silly that we do this. We should be posting the cars even more. Maybe Vlad's like, okay, bro, we got it. You got a McLaren. But if he thinks that it's insignificant because he already understood the message. But all the new people coming onto my profile for the first time, they're going to be mesmerized by like, oh my god, he actually has all these cars. Damon and I, the guy behind the camera, we were both talking about this the other day. Like when Vlad came to our house the other day, he posted better pictures on his Instagram of our house than us, of our own house, and we've lived there for a year and a bit.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so interesting. Like you have to keep showing people shit. Photo dumps, videos, pictures, tweets. No one sees everything.
Yeah, I was thinking about this because as people, we don't want to look cringe. And me, I go like older and stuff, and like I was thinking like, now I'm not posting like I was posting everything like 5 years ago.
You should,
But
yeah,
I'm
we should,
thinking
we
like
should.
I should
Yeah.
because now I'm like I don't want to like talk personal experiences because I don't want people to leak it.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm thinking in my mind, I know that.
There's too many outside.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like some random guy actually will see me less than I am
100%.
because I don't post.
Like before, what made me like Vlad and what made me like his content was all these crazy stories and stuff.
Yeah.
But then as you get older, you become, let's say, richer, more powerful. Just you get older. Certain things,
Yeah,
maybe you
now-
have for families. Certain things can change.
And you think like some aspects are like a little bit cringe to post, you know?
Yeah, you can become softer.
And another thing is like, for example, the reason why you guys don't post your cars is because you made friends that have like also cars, and like you think of them when you post, and you think,
we think
yeah, I
everyone
think
has cars.
they
Yeah,
will
yeah.
make fun of me posting all these cars, you know?
How they ruined everything.
Yeah.
You know what I think is the perfect explanation for this? Like, for me right now, if you show me, I saw this a couple of days ago. I was swiping through some old videos, and I saw a video that I did 2 years ago, and I forgot about it. And I'm
Bro,
the guy that
yes,
did
yeah,
it, and
yeah,
I said stuff in the video that I forgot
Same,
personally. And imagine the viewers, like someone that saw it once.
Same.
Yeah.
Bro, last year in August 2025, so 10 months ago, we were in Lake Como, and I was saying things. I was like, when the fuck did I say this? I knew it was in Lake Como because I recognized the
Yeah.
background. Bro, I've only made this talking point once in history. There was another point when I was in Milan. I was in this football stadium, and I was talking about the home and away advantage. Like, if you have the home team advantage in football, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. And I was in a stadium, so it fitted the context. I never say that point. And then I said it on a coaching call I did recently. People love that point. But that's why you have to be like the takeoff point. You have to mention things 25 times. Probably mentioned it 40 times. Then I've used Liam Payne as an example. You know the guy in One Direction?
Yeah.
What happened to him?
He died, Liam Payne. He had 28 million followers. You know Joey Aesthetics, the bodybuilder?
Yeah, that
Another guy I've mentioned.
Yeah. Rich Piana as well.
I like that topic a lot. I mention it a lot because it's,
Yeah.
imagine when we die, bro. 12
Nobody will
people
give a
care. Who gives a
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah, I realized this because when I went to jail, for example, I was thinking like, yeah, everyone cares, but then
The
I
world's
realized
gonna
like,
stop.
yeah, it's like nobody cares. Like life moves on, you know. It's not that deep.
Bro, we've we've all helped people make so much money online, for example, and like, if we were to die right now, those people would just be busy making money, like with the
Yeah.
actual business they're doing. It's like they're not gonna care too much. Even if you've helped someone, even if you've been a good friend to someone, people kind of move on. We've
Yeah,
evolved to be
it's
this
very
way.
it's very important to like. I think Drake has the right mentality on this. So like Drake is the type of person who's like making hits all the time for like 15 years. You have to study these guys who have been relevant for like decades, like LeBron, Drake. I think it's very important because we, even though we're like way lower than them, we're like more nonchalant, don't give a fuck. It's like more lazy if you think about it, you know? So we're making money effortlessly, we have adult money, blah blah, but like still not the money that these big gas celebrities make, you know? But there are certain celebrities and certain rich guys who like never stop. Like, look at Tate, she's showing that house. Bro, I see the house for 6 years. I go bored of it. I know every corner of the fucking house. Know every little. If somebody put me to draw it, I know it because he posted even yesterday. You know?
Yeah,
And like, Tate doesn't give a fuck that like fucking Grant Cardone or Patrick Bay. Like, think about it like this. Patrick Bay David owns a house near Messi's house, and Patrick Bay David's house in Miami is worth like 25 million, blah blah blah. Now he even said it's like more because Messi moved there, blah blah blah. Tate's house is like probably, I don't know, 1 million. But like Tate's like obsessively posting it because Tate doesn't think about what Patrick Bay David is thinking. He's thinking what we think.
Yeah.
You know? This is the thing.
I know when it comes to cars, like there's this kid I know that has been grinding like crazy for fucking 6 years, and he just bought a car.
Yeah.
He posted it on Instagram, and everyone went crazy. And I was looking, I was like, bro, I bought 7,
Yeah.
and I don't even care. But like, it's all
not
about
about
the
you.
moment.
Yeah.
It's all about like
Yeah.
keep on doing it all the time.
No, but like Vlad said, like Tate doesn't care, let's say, what Patrick Bet David thinks. He cares what we think. No, it's not even what we think. It's what
Yeah.
the people way below us think.
Yeah.
We're not the customers. It's
Yeah.
people way underneath.
Yeah.
So even for us, it's like when I post, if I think about Hardy or Vlad, that will suppress your content.
Exactly,
If I make
yeah.
If I make a story and say I went on this date or I went traveled to this country, Hardy's also traveled. You've traveled.
Yeah.
If I say, bro, I went to Greece, so did Hardy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I said this to Damien the other day. We're in the house, and I literally was like, had my fucking hands on my head. I was like, bro, can you believe that some people have never driven a supercar in their life? This might sound like I'm joking, but I genuinely forgot. One,
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
Some people have never like traveled to Miami or Dubai, all these places.
Yeah.
I was shocked. I was like, bro, is this true? So obviously, bro. And then we were talking, what percentage of people have traveled to both cities? And even you guys, rich guys, I don't think you've been. Both of you have not been to Miami.
No.
Yeah, because obviously in Romania it's far, blah blah blah. But it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So even the rich people, they're actually still impressed by what you do. I sometimes get DMs from other rich
Yeah.
people, like, bro, this is fun or whatever. So even when you do post content, when you're so authentically yourself, I think the other Hardys out there and the other
Yeah.
Vlads, they actually do respect it. Like if
Yeah.
I saw Hardy or you posting loads of content now, just even if it's something basic, like you're just on this
Yeah.
balcony just drinking, like it shows motion.
Yeah.
Ah, Vlad's living, he's doing cool shit. He went to this beach club, like you
Yeah,
should always
even
post
me, I have to remind myself this because I'm just more lazy than I was back in the day. Now I'm thinking more about what Hadi thinks, what you think. I'm not thinking what like some hot bitch with Rolexes thinks, you know? I'm
But
not
do you think
thinking.
you think that before you post it, like you're consciously thinking about it?
Not like
I think it's subconscious.
subconsciously, I'm thinking because I had conversations, especially with bitches, you know. And like for example, I was like, bitches. They're like, we had arguments. And they were saying like, yeah, I go to this restaurant in Bucharest. Think you're a G. I've been to Miami. I've been to this place, you know. And like
was always
now,
arguing.
yeah, now I'm just like, I'm not. This is what I was. You told me like, yeah, let's go to the club in Bucharest. I'm like, bro, I don't want to go because it's like Bucharest, you know. Now I'm like just thinking of like, you know. But I don't think it's good
yeah, I think everyone, yeah.
because back in the day I was posting pictures and like videos from Bucharest and like people were like liking it and blah blah blah. And now I'm just not posting that much because I'm thinking of like, yeah, what this person might say. It's like I have, but this bullshit thought because the customers don't care, the girls I will fuck in the future don't care, you know. So it's bullshit.
Yeah, I think
What we think about each other doesn't really matter.
You know how sometimes I see it, and this happened to me recently. I sometimes see it as if we're like monkeys in a circus. And let me explain to you why. When I had my fight 2 weeks ago, I had my
Yeah.
second professional fight. I remember literally before going out to the arena, I was scared shitless. And I looked at my coach and I told him, bro, I have the cars, I have the money, I have everything. Why am I doing this? But then when I went outside and the fight started and it ended, me looking at everyone watching is like, they just want to be entertained. You know, they don't care if
They don't care about
you're
you.
gonna die there.
Yeah.
Or-
They'd rather
what-
the other guy win, but it's crazy fight.
Yeah. And it made me think like this whole social media thing, this whole thing is just like it's mostly shifting
Entertainment.
towards entertainment. Yeah.
But you know what I realized from Hardy's fight the other day? So I was actually in Romania. At the time, I was kind of promoting my Miami event coming up.
Yeah.
And Hardy messaged me like, bro, you're going to come to the fight. I was like, bro, I'll let you know, I'll see. I completely forgot to get back to him. The fight finished.
Yeah.
But anyway, the fight, I searched online in the moment how far it was. It was like 4 hours away. I was thinking it's going to be kind of tough to make it. But I'll see what I can do. I didn't end up going. And I was thinking, that's how hard it is to kind of get people together. I'm one of Hardy's like, good friends.
Yeah.
He has a boxing fight. Like, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Second fight. And I didn't go.
Yeah.
Like everyone's so busy, and it's not that I didn't care about his fight, but it's like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? Like everyone's just so busy. Everyone's always just thinking about themselves. You're like, like as soon as you find out it's 4 hours away, like it's too far. Like you have to really capture someone's attention in that second, make it so easy for them to consume the concept. You know?
You know, I got some comments from people that I know that know you. They said, "Oh, did you see that Hassan put a sticker on his car promoting the event?" And in my eyes, because I promote online as well, it was smart. They were like, "Oh, what's he gonna do after the event is done?"
What? Take the fucking sticker off.
Exactly, but normal people they don't
too
think
worried.
about. Yeah, they're too stupid.
It's insane.
What do you think is the explanation behind why they think like this?
Because people are stupid and will give you like
Yeah.
even like worse examples. So like the problem is once you start making content and have views and stuff like this, there's certain people in your life that will make you feel cringe for what you do.
Yeah.
Same thing like, oh, I pass your car all the time. And I'll give you an example with the bitch. You know her, but I don't want to give her name. So I had this bitch, bro. The bitch had in Dubai, remember?
Yeah.
The bitch had in Dubai. I was going, bro, I was super viral in Romania, going to places with her. And like, bro, had like more traction and more virality than the rappers. And you know what the bitch was saying?
What?
These people are worms, make photos with you. There's not like even older
Yeah.
guys. There's all these kids. And it actually got to my head.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when you make money, if you want to make money and stuff like this, you shouldn't like take these things into
Seriously.
consideration. You know?
100%.
Because there's people out there who like make you feel like this, and it's not good for your money and for your ascent.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
imagine Ilya Topuria's wife saying, yeah, but these people making pictures of you are not like John
They're
Jones.
17, they're kids.
Yeah, it's fucking
Yeah.
crazy, but like
Yeah.
when you're in the moment, you tend to believe it.
You know what's the funny thing? Some people watching this might be thinking this right now. Like they'll be like, "Oh, look at these three guys sitting doing a podcast. What do they know?" Blah blah blah. And I think this is just like you get born with this shit character.
Yeah.
You can't take
It's
it
from
out of-
childhood as well, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they say the first 7 years of your life really affects you. I remember I was super positive when I was a kid. Super positive, always thinking big. It's hard to reverse this, bro. Because then you have, let's say you're really negative, you have so many experiences of you being a piece of shit that you're just naturally pessimistic. You always see the bad in
I was
situations.
writing a Telegram post about this. So like I was positive in the sense that like when I was a teenager, my grandma died because some rich guy hit her with the car, and like my parents were pissed because the guy was rich, trying to bribe people, blah blah. And I was like, when I get like older, I'm gonna just be rich as fucking like
Run
have this
people
type
over.
of power and like get out of jail, you know? And like most people get affected by things happening. They take it personally and they're like, oh, these rich people, they don't deserve it, blah blah. Me, I was like, just yeah, I want to be rich as fucking like have make this type of corruption in my life, you know?
That's why you need to be around the right people. If you are negative, I just said it's very hard to reverse that, but the only way to reverse it is to be around the positive people. And then actually you'll train your mind to think differently. But yeah, that point you just made about people making you think smaller or feel smaller about yourself.
Yeah.
It's such a big point. That's why sometimes it can be good to actually go with people who like glaze the Rolls Royce. Because you're reminded by like, oh shit, this is a Rolls Royce. We just turned up now in the van, and Hardy had like a blacked out Rolls Royce parked next. I didn't even notice it.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice the Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Because it's so normal to me now. I have so many cars, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's good to have someone be like, bro, you have these cars. Like, it can be cool, especially if it's a girl from time to time. It's that balance, I feel.
Yeah.
You don't want too many people who glaze you, too many yes men, whether it's men or women. You don't want too many people who nonchalant, oh, it's a Rolls Royce, you know. Everyone has a
balance.
Rolls Royce. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. The problem I have with like what you said about girls. The problem I have is this: there's some fucking warm ass peasant girls that they try to pretend they're
Yeah,
from a
yeah.
world they're not. Like
Yeah.
I imagine, like for example, if Hadi comes with a Rolls Royce and picks up a girl and her dad is a billionaire and has like 20 cars and she's used to being all the places, she'll be nonchalant. But if he picks up a normal girl that her ex-boyfriend has the 3 Series BMW and she's some fucking student living off $1,000 per month, she needs to have the respect, you know?
Yeah.
And the problem is when they don't respect, despite being worms themselves.
That's the problem with all relationships.
Like,
They
bro,
don't know the
if I,
hierarchy.
bro, yeah, bro, if I have a bitch right now, like, yeah, I'm like, for example, it's my girlfriend right now. If she says like, yeah, I don't want to go to Greece, fucking Greece, because I've been, fucking been to Maldives, Seychelles. But if I go with some fucking warm ass bitch, and she says, I don't want to go to Greece, to this island, I want to go Mykonos. You've never been. Your father is fucking janitor. Why you want this? You know?
This an example. This happened to me a while ago. I was talking to this chick, and she lived like next to Bucharest. You know, like in this shit place, super cheap. Yeah, some bullshit like this. And she said she's gonna come with her car and we'll meet. And I told her, okay, let's meet at the gas station because I wanted to put gas in my car. But I just said, let's meet at the gas station. And her reply was, sorry, I don't do these types of dates. I don't go to gas stations.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and I looked at the message
Gas
and I'm
station.
like, I told her like,
You-
where
when I-
do you put gas?
Yeah.
Where the fuck do
Bro,
you
when you
put
see
gas?
this type of message, you feel like doing like this on the floor. It's like fucking warm ass bitch. It's like, bro, this is crazy with bitches. Like the warm bitches, they say the same shit. Like I was going to this club. It's called Face Club in Bucharest. So like, a lot of foreigners go, a lot of people with money. Tate was going, but there's these people in Bucharest who feel like more bougie. They feel like no, it's like no status attached to it. I want to go to other places. But the only people who say this are worms who never travel, never went to the actual good place in the world. And I had this bitch, it's fucking worm from the villages, was saying to me like, no, like the people that matter don't go there, blah blah blah. She was having this attitude that she didn't deserve, you know?
Yeah.
And like the same example with the gas station. I was telling you guys earlier. So like I met this girl, had like a 150k car at like the gas station. Because I went to a restaurant and she was driving from the city and I was like, hey, you want to meet at this gas station, smoke a cigarette? Yeah, the first date, like meeting for 10 minutes was there. But the worm was like a worm would think like have all these ideas. No, have big ego. I want to go to this restaurant. Bro, these girls who actually had money and traveled and went places don't care about this bullshit. They went to fucking, I don't know, Monaco 10 times. They don't give a fuck about, oh, I want to go to this restaurant. I want to be entertained. They just do normal stuff, you know? This is the paradox
It's because
of life.
the lower level people want to quickly take. In their mind, they think if I don't quickly go to this nice restaurant or this nice club in this interaction, I'm not going to get it again.
Yeah,
It's
but
like scarcity thinking.
the problem
I wanna
is-
quickly grab onto it.
When you deal with a high value person, you cannot impose false standards, you know?
Yeah.
It's like,
But they're stupid though. 50% of the world has a below average IQ.
yeah.
That explains most problems. Yeah, when you think about that,
Bro,
everything makes
the
sense.
hottest bitches in the world, the hottest bitches I had, I could tell them, yeah, let's go to this park, let's, like, normal stuff, cheap ass stuff, car, drive, blah, blah. The bitches who are worms, they think, no, if a hot girl probably wants to go to the best restaurants. So she has these fake ass ideas, you know, in her head. Need to do stuff, blah, 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 you know? It's bullshit.
She like it's not even worth it because if she's that type, she's going to put like this cheap lipstick and cheap $10
Bro.
perfume.
Bro, this is very bad. Like, people who have money, like, actually, like, you guys are worms anyway, don't know this. But, like, from my perspective, I remember, like, going to places, and if one friend, let's say I'm with a girl, that's, like, big ego, blah, blah, and some other friend comes with a worm-ass bitch, my friend's bitch will say, like, oh, look at this guy's girl, blah, blah, blah. She has this purse, has this cheap ass makeup, you know? So you get affected by this. This is why all these celebrities date whores. This is why everyone wants to date Megan Fox, for example. You never see The Weeknd going to your fucking city and getting a virgin. Why does The Weeknd date all these hot chicks? Why does Future date Ciara and all these hot bitches? Because they need a certain minorism. You, because you're a worm, you have insecurities, blah, blah, you need all these peasants, blah, blah. But, like, people with money, they care about like this. Because you want somebody to fit the role. Like, bro, I'm rich. I want the girl to dress this way, act this way, know how to talk to people, not be weird, not be cheap, you know?
And the thing is, if she's like this, a lot of the people watching are gonna be like, "Oh no, I wouldn't want the one that's used to luxury. I want the poor one." Okay,
They don't want Kim Kardashian.
yeah, no. Not only that, is the fact that once you get with the poor one and it's long term, the more you spend time with her, you either become like her or you're going to get issues. Issues are gonna start to arise. I've met a lot of people that have been in relationships for 5 years, 10 years, literally with the wrong woman because they thought they can change her, but she's just too poor. And guess what? At the end of the day, someone like us is just gonna fuck her. And if I let down some of my ego, if he let down some of his ego, fucking her is like this. Because what's one trip to a restaurant? For her, it's like, wow. For us, it's like, is it worth the time? You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Summed up perfectly.
I think in terms of women, you need to search the type of girl that fits the narrative for what you want in this particular moment.
This
Because,
season.
of course, and for me personally, because I want to travel more, I want to move again to Dubai, live there, go to Cannes, go Marbella, all these places. I need a girl who's like hot. Need a girl who's like maybe has money from her parents, or she's hot enough, or things like this. But if you're a worm, you just need a girl who probably cooks. Like, I don't judge guys, you know, but like get a specialist for, like, this is important in life. Get specialists for what you need. So like if you want to get rich, you need a specialist, like a woman who wants to sit in the house, cooks,
Please.
doesn't complain. But most guys get like girls who have like whore tendencies, and also they're frogs, and like they have all this negative shit combined. At least like me in my life, I only had like negative traits, but they were hot as fuck. At least, you know, I could forgive them being hot. Like you guys get like the niggers fuck them, and they're also like not cooking, and they're also like, no, this is the bad shit in life. Like, at least if a girl is like,
You never speak about girls. Right now, I'm thinking about it. You never do content like talking.
yeah,
about
why
girls.
don't
Yeah, I don't know.
don't give a fuck.
I don't know why. I don't know what I want to say about it.
Yeah. What's your
Because
opinion on this?
Because you guys have a product related with women, so you talk about it more naturally.
No,
Like you sell
yeah,
webcam products. Hardy sells OnlyFans coaching.
yeah, but like it's not.
So for you, it's like the most important topic. For you, talking about girls is like me talking about money on social media. It's a
Yeah.
direct like. If you don't talk about girls, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
What's things that like you learned in the last few years of, like, about money and how to spend it, like how you spend money the most ROI, like. Get
No, also, I just want to answer Hardy's question just now as well. So
yeah.
you guys, your personal brands are more about girls. So if you're talking about girls, everything you just said, I agree with already. So what am I gonna say? Yes, as well. Like, I'll just.
We're more obsessed about this anyway.
I know when to let other people speak.
Yeah.
You know, so I
Yeah.
just listen. I just wait.
What, bro? I have a question for you, Hassan. We talked about this, but like, I want you to remind me because it's important. Every time I speak to you, I become more productive. So like, how the fuck do you maintain your like work ethic and stuff like this?
When
Like,
I was this
bro,
Romanian trip, I'm not working very
I
hard.
wanna say this. It's easy for you guys. You're all broke anyway. To maintain your work ethic. Like everyone has work ethic when he's broke, goes to work, blah, blah. But it's very hard to maintain your work ethic when you have like 5 cars, Richard Mille, APs, all this bullshit. When I went to Hassan house in Dubai, I had like elevator in the house. You guys, you never make this money anyway. But like Hassan, this is the crazy part, and I'm talking to my friends all the time. Like Hassan is type of guys like has a lot of money and has more work ethic than the fucking guys who have like 5 series BMW. And it's very, you don't acknowledge it because for you it's normalized and you don't care about it. But I think it's very important to talk about.
Yeah, it's interesting because this trip here in Romania, I've been here for a few days. This is probably the least I've worked in maybe like
I
5
noticed,
years.
I was shocked.
Yeah.
I was
And
shocked.
after doing it for a few days, just it's bullshit.
It's all like,
Yeah, it made me realize I want to go more extreme than ever in the work direction.
yeah.
It's bullshit, bro. It's so. I mean, yeah. Regarding the women conversation, yeah. Also, loads of girls watch these videos. Bro, remember the girl the other day who came to your apartment?
Yeah.
She was like watching an 8-hour podcast, me and Vlad.
Oh shit.
It's crazy. So yeah, I mean that's why a lot of times I don't talk about it. There's no real advantages for my brand. But yeah, yesterday I was on 2 dates back to back in 2 years. Just lined them up, and it was fun. I had a good time. But I was just thinking after, like, Damien and my other friend, they wanted to go kind of clubbing, and I kind of joined them. We were kind of walking around Old Town. We were going to go Face Club, but it was already kind of late. And I was just walking in Old Town. I was like, these are all peasants around me. These are all normal Romanian people who are like 19, 20. I was like, this is not what I grinded for. You know, we were making this joke, like, this is what we grinded for, like, being sarcastic. Like, this is not what I grinded for. So, I don't know, it's so easy to actually get girls, especially when you have a personal brand and they see your content, they see who you are.
Yeah.
It really is easy. Like, one date in 2 years at the restaurant, very
Yeah.
easy. It's kind of boring. That's what I really think. I'm over it. I've traveled to so many countries. I've been on so many dates now. I just want to work now and get to the next level. I feel like I've been on the supercar level now for a few years.
Yeah.
I need to get to this next one.
Yeah, and I feel like when you work and when you have discipline and stuff like this, it's like gives you more satisfaction than the things that are related to women.
It's because
when you deal with women, it means drinking. It means
I'll say
being
something about women.
stupid.
That's what I don't like. This is something that's interesting. If you go on a date with a girl and then you take her home, let's say first date, it's very likely that you're not the first guy who, let's say, fuck this girl on the first date. Or just in general, she's probably not a virgin.
Probably, yeah.
Probably, statistically speaking. So there are other guys, probably lesser guys than me,
Yeah.
who fuck that same girl. So it's like it's like buying a Peugeot. It's like
Yeah.
buying a BMW. It's not that special. But if you really work hard and reach a certain level of status financially or whatever, just reputation, I think that's harder to achieve than just taking this one girl home or partying at a club.
Yeah.
How many like stupid people have partied in Face Club?
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean? It's like, you have this feeling sometimes. What do you guys think?
Me, I'm more obsessed with bitches. So like, me, I had the problem I have is like my self-worth. I attached a lot on bitches. You know, so like, for
Do you
example,
not think it's like an easy goal? Like, do you not?
yeah, but like for the girls I got, so like the hits I got in the game, let's say, is like, and what they did for me and what I achieved in this game of like bitches, is like gave me a lot of like confidence. So like I got like super hot bitches, super big age differences, all these things. Even back in the day, like the girls had like my portrait tattooed on them, my name, blah blah blah, or girls with money and stuff like this. So like for me, I get a lot of like confidence out of this, and I also my content is like me. I like to write about bitches. I like to suffer.
what I mean, your brand is
I
about
like
that
to
as well.
suffer about bitches and write content and like go with bitches. I feel like there's a lot of people like already talking about like discipline. I also talk about this, but like I'm more passionate in my heart about this bullshit.
Yeah.
And also like Hadi, even when he was broke, when I met Hadi, he moved in the same apartment building as me. He had like a fucking free series. He was like a 6'5" guy in like this fucking small car, blah blah blah. But he was fucking bitches every day and like bitches arguing over him and stuff like this. I think me and Hadi like always had this passion with bitches, you know? We always had this in our, it was always there in our minds.
For
I
me,
don't-
I think it's like setting goals. You know, like this year I said, okay, I want to make this amount of money by the end of the year.
You do that?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Other than that, like I find it hard to get things to
No, but-
motivate you.
No, but let me say this, because it's not that I don't like going out with bitches. I do. Like I just said yesterday, I went out with 2 different girls. It's more so the point of, let's say you sleep with this many girls in a week, or it's half this number. Let's say you sleep with 5 girls in a week or 2. Do you
Yeah.
feel like you've achieved way more if you slept with 5, for example?
I think the
I
quality
think it's
matters.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
If it's like some really high quality girl, let's say she's famous and it's like a flex,
Yeah.
like a real flex, and like let's say now you're using it to grow your YouTube channel, I think that's kind of cool because it still feels like productive. But like if you're sleeping with girls that other lesser dudes than you have slept with, it's
Yeah.
not an achievement.
Yeah, I actually grew on think like I actually ended up in a position to think this because I was talking to Rubenga about this, you know, and I was like, when I moved from Dubai here back to Bucharest, I was like, bro, I'm not willing to like go out of my way to fuck bitches. I don't want to get drunk every day to fuck bitches. I don't want to fuck some fucking peasants. I don't want to increase my body count. And I was like, I want to just get girlfriend and just fuck bitches that either have money or look very good or they're worth it, you know? Because I already have like big body count. But like I don't know, back in the day I was like the type of guy who was like going out of his way to fuck bitches because I've also enjoyed the other aspects, like drinking, all this stuff. Now I'm not like in the zone to feel like this. So now I wouldn't go to fucking another city to pick up a girl to fuck her. Or I wouldn't go if a girl tells me like, bro, I had this black chick who's like very hot. She was like that girl Ciara that Puff Daddy was fucking, very hot bitch. She was saying like, yeah, you wanna go to this club? Blah, blah, blah. I went to some dates with like one date with her, and she was like, yeah, I wanna go to the club. And I was like, bro, if this girl didn't want to come to my place and wants to go to the club, she wants to be entertained. I'm like more lazy, you know. But depends on your mood.
Yeah,
how
depends
you
on my
are
mood for
in
sure.
the moment.
Yeah, depends on my mood. Last time we were in Romania, we drove like, I don't know, it's this city, whatever, you don't need to say it, but this
Yeah.
city called Palesti or something like
Place,
this.
yeah.
We went there, I saw some girl there, I was just in the mood to go, because my
Yeah.
mindset was,
Yeah,
even
but
if I don't fuck
The
this girl,
city's like close. There's like 40 minutes. Not
yeah,
like
it's not too far. I think it's like an hour, but
Yeah.
yeah, whatever. I was like, worst case scenario, I see the city, I've never left Bucharest, I don't think.
Yeah.
That was good. But in general, I think to myself, like, it's just not much of a flex. Like, if you buy a Bugatti, it's more of a flex
Yeah.
than saying, I fuck these extra few girls. That's what I think.
Yeah, it depends on what you enjoy at that moment and like what you see as a flex for you for yourself, you know.
Yeah.
But like generally speaking, for the world, if you have a Bugatti, will be seen higher than a guy who's like fucked another bitch, you know. And
Because
like
I just think it's so easy nowadays to actually fuck a bitch. There's just so many losers who fuck bitches. That's what I really believe.
I disagree, not really, because there's so many people who are like customers or like wallets. Fuck
Okay, but
bitches,
they're not
blah,
even
blah.
like human in my world. No, I'm not talking about those people.
Yeah, but
I'm
like
talking about someone with any kind of composure, kind of confidence.
I think it's easier to make money than fuck bitches. I disagree with your point, and I'll explain why. Making money, because I did both.
But how much money and how many bitches completely depends.
Listen, yeah. So if I want to make $1 million the next year, I know exactly I'll just lock in, no fuck no bitches, sit with my girlfriend.
No, but you can't do that. That's the point. You can't sit that. You're too addicted to the other stuff. So I
No,
disagree.
just if somebody tells me like, bro, if you make 1 million, I will 10x it and I'll give you 10 minutes.
Yeah, but
And
if
if
someone,
you tell
no,
me-
no, no, no. If someone said to another person though, you have to get loads of bitches, then I'll give you 10 million. It's also everyone will then talk to girls.
Yeah, but like for me, I think it's easier to make the money because I will explain why.
Because it's
mine.
not as chaotic as.
Yeah, exactly.
That's wrong.
Yeah, you can
It's
come
more like
here and
serious,
talk
it's
about come.
calculated.
That's wrong.
My soldier will come and I'll give you steak.
So.
He
it's
can
more-
get girls, but he's not making money, bro. Right? Rebecca, what?
He's making. He's
Bro,
also
I'm
making, but we're not talking about his money. This is
Okay.
Don't
like-
talk
okay.
about it. So I think getting money is something more calculated because you have to work and eventually you'll get money. But getting girls depends on more chaotic things. Like
It's
you-
fucked up game.
you-
Doesn't make no sense.
yeah, you can't put like you say you want to get out with the bitch today. You have to have already 5 girls you're talking to about going out because you're. It's not,
Bro, I will explain because you're too stupid. Go
Yeah.
there. So like,
Yeah, I get his point.
Bro,
wait.
listen.
I get his
Bring-
point, but it's not
bring
fully true.
juice,
It's not fully
bro.
true.
Bring
What juice?
Schweppes.
And water.
I will let me
No, he's-
let
wait,
me
wait, he's
let me
saying-
finish it. Let me-
wait. He's
Yeah.
saying it's more calculated to make money,
Yeah.
but it's actually extremely calculated to get women.
No, it's not.
Listen,
I
it is.
disagree.
It's chaotic.
It is. It's not that chaotic.
No, I disagree.
If you're really stupid, I think it's chaotic. It's not that chaotic.
No, it's.
I'll tell you why. Because let's say you get in decentish shape. We're not in amazing
shape, bro.
No, wait,
Bro,
wait.
this
I'm
is
gonna,
like-
I'm gonna explain all
Yeah,
the components. Any guy can get in decent enough shape to fuck bitches within like 3 months. It's very easy.
Okay.
You don't need to be in
Depends
good
on
shape.
the girl as well.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. No, but what are you saying? Are you saying fucking a supermodel?
No, bro. Like I'm saying.
I'm saying it depends on the quality.
No, let me explain what he was trying to say, but it's too stupid. So listen, if I want to make money and never go broke and have a Lamborghini, okay?
You can do this.
Yeah, it's easy because I lock in, don't spend a lot, optimize everything, get like somebody to cook, the girlfriend, for example, get a maid, blah blah. Know exactly what I need to do to make money, and it's very simple. I will post more content for my online businesses, focus on marketing, focus on hiring the right people, blah blah blah. With bitches, you do everything by the book, and they flake. They're idiots. They have some ex-boyfriend. They have this bullshit. It's all these things that don't make no sense at all. You know, that doesn't make no sense, and it's very hard to calculate. Like, it fucks up your mind. It fucks up your mind because it's emotions. You fall in love with some whore, blah blah. Bro, it doesn't make no sense. Like ask Hadi,
drunk.
where like I remember, bro, exactly 5 years ago it was Hadi, my mansion. I was living in this mansion with like some pool, and we're sitting at 6 in the morning. Was the sun was up, blah blah. We're sitting some fucking ass whores annoying us, making no sense, bro, making no sense and annoying us to the point where I had this side chick where I said to her, like, just fucking leave my life. I don't want to see you anymore. They were like talking bullshit to us, they didn't respect us, blah blah. But this made no sense. But making money makes sense because you sit in the trenches, work, ignore bitch. Like me, if you tell me, Vlad, you need to make 100K. Okay, I know exactly. Vlad, you need to make 100K. I'll give you 1 million if you make them. Okay. Ignore everyone, blah blah blah. System, sit sober, go to the gym, have the right vibration, ignore distractions, blah blah. I think it's easier to make money nowadays and get a Lambo. Money, not money to be Elon Musk. Money to have like people think of money. We have a Lambo, have a watch, all this bullshit. No, me personally, I think it's easier.
Easier than what? Easier than what? What is bitches? Like what
easier than fucking hot bitches that look like, I don't know, Kim Kardashians or models or like bitches with money or bitches that are low body count even though you're 10 years older. Damn, like these hard things.
No, there's a big difference there because like.
What do you think?
Wait. Let me just say this because the question completely depends on what level of money compared to what level of bitches. Obviously, it's harder to become Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm saying to have a bit of money. Okay, now you're saying this much money. So having one Lambo, let's say. Okay. Or just any kind of supercar.
Yeah.
Compared to just fucking some girls with low body count. There's a big difference between fucking some girls with a low body count compared to a Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
Fucking some girls with low body count. Yes, you can do this. There's a lot of girls with low body count. My friend literally just fucked the virgin the other day, he said.
Yeah.
Anyway. I'm not saying she's Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is way harder to fuck Kim Kardashian than buy a Lambo. Yes, I agree. But it's way harder to get a Lambo than fuck a girl with a low body count. That's not even a question.
No, like for example,
there's no way you can disagree with that.
It's harder to fuck bitches and be perceived as a playboy than it is to have a Lambo and be perceived as rich. Nowadays.
I think I understand his point of view because he's mostly directing to people like that are already successful and they have an annoying girlfriend and they can't do anything.
Yeah, and also, like you're saying this is someone with above average IQ. You're saying this is someone with a high IQ who can critically think and analyze. For the average dude, right, which is someone with 100 IQ, for them making $1 million a year is very, very difficult.
Yeah.
You are already
how you saw it, bro? Like imagine
there's too much nuance. Like you have to break it down and say
how you see it. Like you don't think like fucking like bitches is more like takes more time, more chaotic. They won't go blah blah. Well, then rather than having your
Hardy went to dental school, right?
Yeah.
You're a dentist. You started off as a boxer for many years. You've basically been working on yourself for many years. So have you. You've been reading Robert Greene since 14, or whatever the age. So you guys have been working on yourself for a long, long time. That's what gave you this mindset, which helped you get the money.
Yeah.
You can go from being a normal dude to getting pretty hot fucking girls within a year, 100%. Yeah. It's quite difficult to go from a complete beginner, no one who's never read a book, stupid, no mental models, mentally weak, not disciplined, parents didn't raise them good, and then start getting a Lambo.
I don't know. For me, women brought me more pain and more. They annoyed me more than making money. If you put me strictly to make money, it's easy to make money, to have savings, to make money, to invest, all this bullshit. What's your opinion? Like, for you, think it's harder to like fuck bitches all the time, be active in the game,
no,
like,
now you're
go out
the
to them.
Now you're saying, so what is bitches? What does that count? Which level is this?
Bro, it's harder to like have like hot girlfriends, have like lots of bitches.
Okay, now you're changing it though. Now the question's being changed. Now you're just saying like maintain the playboy lifestyle. That's what you're.
Yeah, but the thing is, a girl on that level is not gonna let you fuck just because you go to the gym and you look good. That's the thing. You need to be there all the time. The restaurants, the clubs, the posting.
Bro, you remember? Like I'll give an example. Hadi maybe doesn't remember. He had like some side chick he was fucking, and the game was like made no sense because we're hanging out in my house and like this bitch was going out like crazy, messaging me 3 in the morning. Yeah, I went to this club, I want to fuck me, blah blah. Doesn't make no sense. You're 3 in the morning to keep that bitch. You need to fuck that bitch at 3 in the morning. Also keep your main chick. Also do this bullshit. With the money, it's simple. I work this amount of hours. I do sales calls. I do
Stay
this, about structure.
sober, you don't drink, you don't take.
Yeah, you're sober all the time. Your emotions don't go from here to here. You know, this is the thing. This is what I'm trying to say.
I understand it. I don't think so.
Women are more like retarded.
No,
Their money.
If the question is this though, then even I agree. If the question is maintain multiple relationships, go the party life, you're always
Yeah.
drunk, well, then it's a different question.
Yeah.
Initially, what Vlad said was, if we watch the video back, Vlad was talking about, is it easier to make Lambo money or is it easier to get bitches? It's easier to get bitches.
Yeah.
Every retard here has a bitch.
Yeah, a
You know?
bitch. Yeah, random bitch. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, there's loads of girls with low body counts. But I'm saying,
Yeah.
if you're saying getting the top girls, the Kim
Yeah.
Kardashian type girls who are acting bougie,
Yeah.
and then maintain that with your main girlfriend and being drunk every night. Well, yeah, obviously this is very difficult.
Yeah.
You change the question. I feel.
It's all about value as well. I remember I was at I call it corporate restaurant. It's like a place where everyone that works at Google, Microsoft, blah blah, blah goes there here next to the place what I'm saying, and everyone there was working like IT job, corporate, whatever, and they all look the same: fat, ugly, shirt tucked inside the pants, whatever. And the women as well looked ugly, but there was one hot chick there. One hot chick, there was one hot chick there between all of them. And I looked at my friend and I told him, can you imagine how many times these guys that see this woman every day, how many times these guys masturbate thinking about this girl? And a lot of them tend to think that, oh, I have to do all these good things to have her, blah, blah, blah. Whereas she knows her value. She knows that she's a hot chick between all these losers and she want to win her eventually. And to become that winner, you need to work way more. And yeah, I think the whole subject is just went outside of the initial question, as you said.
Yeah, I think this. To get a Lambo, for all of us, it's simple. I mean, we both got a Lambo. But to just get to get bitches, that's what the initial question is. It's very simple. And it's actually very predictable. It's not chaotic like Vlad's friend said, because to get normal girls, or girls even low body count, to get the top girls who are used to like the most crazy things, they've been flown to Monaco on a private jet.
Yeah.
And then the game's different, of course. Especially if they have confidence and an ego as well.
What percentage of men you think Vlad want that type of girl?
What the fuck? At least one time, loads. Everyone. They
Bro,
wanna
it's
experience
a
it.
difference. Like, men say they don't want the type of girls we know. Like, we're talking about lots of girls throughout our careers together. But, like, people say they don't want some types of girls until they meet them, and then they get addicted, and then they want that type of girl, you know?
Yeah.
Like, everyone says, like, no one girl would like surgeries and money and don't care. Like, people say, like, yeah, she can be a waitress, you know? Until you have, like, money.
Yeah.
Like, for example, you have like 5 cars. Cannot go with this fucking Rolls Royce to pick up some waitress. Like, this is not, you know? You come there with like this fucking, it comes with like this watch, like fucking 200K, and like, yeah, I'm with this waitress. And this, imagine me how I see it. And he cares, you know, like me, other people. It's not like this worms thing. It's not like this.
No, I agree. I agree with it.
You understand?
No,
you know?
100%. No, the whole time watch the video,
Yeah.
but I'm saying to get these top girls
Yeah.
who are like seen as high status,
Yeah.
right? Whether it's their looks,
Yeah.
whether it's they have crazy following, it's this crazy news reports with 2 million followers. Yeah, it's harder to get that kind of girl
And
than
be
to start
with
making
this,
some
bro.
money. Yeah, and be a playboy every day, go drinking. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Cool. But to make money, for the average dude to be like a millionaire, I think that's why I've even heard this talking point from Clavicular. I think the reason why Clavicular blew up is he's been talking about how for the average dude, it's easier to get lean and looks max and change his looks and become in the top 10 to 20% of people who look pretty good
Yeah.
than it is for them to make $1 million a year. For the average dude, bro, it's hard to make $1 million a year. That's $83,000 a month. Bro, we know how much people don't work. People are
Yeah.
lazy. It takes a lot of sacrifice to make $83K a month consistently.
No,
It's way
bro.
easier for that dude to hit the gym. Bro, the average dude nowadays, in this whole looks maxing community, they're taking testosterone, they're taking peptides. The average dude can get in pretty good shape, buy some good clothes from Zara, H&M,
Yeah.
ask you for some fucking coaching on how to talk to what girls or something, get enough confidence, drink a bit when they go talk to girls. They can fuck some pretty hot girls.
Yeah, that's
It
true.
doesn't take much. To
Yeah.
fuck the top girls, it takes a lot. But not, bro, it's very easy to fuck some pretty hot girls. That's my opinion.
Yeah,
For me,
but-
honestly, I don't put that much importance to it because, like, I think the more I grew older, I start seeing like, No, if your goal is just to have sex, I'm not saying have sex with a fucking donkey, but like, but like, if your goal is just to basically just ejaculate and finish, then it's higher ROI to get a semi-hot chick that's low maintenance, just get it over with and
Yeah.
get back to doing.
Yeah, there's so many different questions. Yeah, it depends. Like, are we talking about like now maintaining this Kim Kardashian girl in a relationship? Because that'd be very hard. Even Kanye West was struggling with this.
Yeah.
I'm not a higher level than Kanye West right now, so what the fuck? You know, so yeah, there's different questions. But I think if you take a dude watching this podcast, bro,
Yeah.
what about this point? You take an average dude watching
Yeah.
this podcast, he doesn't really get many girls. He very rarely fucks. He also doesn't make much money. He just works a normal job, 3-4K a month.
Yeah.
Okay? Is it easier for this guy to
Bro,
now start
normal
buying a
job is
Lambo?
not 3-4K a month.
In America it is. Yeah, it depends where.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
it's 60K. Like 60K is like 5K. Like average income in like USA
Okay.
and England.
So is it easier for this dude, let's say in America, to now buy a Lambo and be like Hardy or be like me or be like you in terms of
Yeah.
money? Or is it easier for this dude to go out the house and fuck some pretty hot girls?
I think he should make money because money allows you
No,
to
say what's easier for him?
make money.
No way.
Bro,
It's easy to make
no,
money.
I
It's
understand
also-
his point because
What is your
let's say he wants to fuck this hot chick.
Yeah.
He goes out, he parties. Bro, the next day he has to go to work. Like, there's no time to
bad.
maintain her.
Bro, it's crazy.
Bro, I have so many friends from my fucking school, from my university. Normal dudes, they're just in good shape, they're confident.
Yeah.
They fuck loads of hot girls.
Probably like rich parent background.
No.
Or something like that. You can't.
Well, they're not fucking on the street.
Bro,
Not
you
rich,
you need at least to fake having money, which nowadays is also expensive. This is the thing that people.
No.
You need
You guys
nowadays
don't- no,
to
it's
at
not-
least like fake it. At least like even faking it. At least like faking it to the point where you have like some friends. Like someone needs to have money. Like in
No.
every, like for example, if I have a soldier who fucks a hot bitch, at least me I have to make money. At least he has to be here for me to have the infrastructure. Like
Okay,
you
but
know.
what about if you go to college? What about if they go to college? They're the 4th year of college. They're gonna fuck
Yeah.
all the girls in college. They don't need to have money.
But that's
Yeah.
a different game. Like who?
Yeah, there's too much nuance. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
There's no-
You have to define the parameters. Like,
Bro, generally speaking,
what levels are we talking?
I will explain to you. Generally speaking, you need to make some money because money impacts your swagger. Money is the most important thing. And money improves your experiences, and money makes you be laid back with the bitch, and money makes you be relaxed, and you don't care about all the shit tests she puts you through. You know, like the hotter the bitch, she will say like bullshit, make you wanna be angry. Like imagine a bitch dating Hadi, and she has highlights with Hadi's Lamborghinis and Ferraris and stuff like this, and she meets a fucking worm who's 20, and that guy doesn't have a car. That guy, I'm telling you, that guy will feel overwhelmed by the, and that guy will feel overwhelmed by like the fact that, oh, this bitch met Hadi. I'm sure Hadi.
I've had this
Fuck
happen multiple times.
Yeah,
Like, I
no,
know what
it's
he's
like I can
talking
imagine,
about.
you know?
Yeah.
Like I had girls on my table and girls like around me, and like, bro, I had like the bitch I was with in Dubai is like her boyfriend's like some worm, some English guy was saying like, oh, you've been the biggest red flag is like that you've been with this guy. Look, he has you on his blog, cheated on you, did this, blah blah blah. You know, it feels like, bro, she's been with this guy. It means, you know, and like if you need money to like at least cover it up with other things.
No, I agree. I agree that focusing on money is the best thing for people to do. Yeah, I agree with this. I thought we were saying what's easier.
No, I would never say that like I need to get bitches, but because you cannot even get good bitches if you're broke as fuck. You don't have like the, bro. Getting bitches is nice for me, especially if you have the right background and stuff. It's different when you get a bitch in fucking Saint Tropez, Sunset, or Dubai on a nice beach. You feel in the moment, buy some drinks, fall in love. It's different than being in fucking small city in like fucking Croatia. It's like small village. It's nothing, you know. We cannot even brag about it. We cannot even talk about it, you know.
I think you don't know how hard it is for a normal guy to fuck right now, because the way you're saying it, you're trying to think about you doing it yourself. You know?
No,
Yeah, no. I think he's saying
I think
about
it's-
like the guys who go in college
I
and
think-
look
I
okay
think-
and go
no.
to the gym and stuff like that.
I think I actually have a better opinion or a more experienced opinion because I've seen both sides of the game. You've obviously partied way more. You have more experience
Yeah.
living this crazy life. Probably even Hardy as well, actually. But I've traveled so many countries, so I've seen so many more cultures and different ethnicities, and like, you could be a very normal dude. If you're
Yeah.
like funny, even you can fuck hot girls. Not a Kim Kardashian, but a
Yeah.
hot girl. There are so many attractive girls, bro, in college. Just in my university. In fact, we were talking about this yesterday. So I went to a university called Loughborough University. Half an hour away, there's a city and a town called Nottingham, right, in England.
Yeah.
People are traveling from other countries to go to Nottingham because it's this much of a good party city.
Yeah.
And I remember I had some friends in this university. There's so many hot girls in this university. Not me, bro. Even like, bro, some fat people. There's just so many hot girls. They're in abundance that any dude can get them.
Yeah.
I think maybe in Romania, maybe it's different. Maybe you have to be like. I remember Vlad taught me this when I first came to Romania. I was wearing like my gym clothes, going to Mandaloun, the Lebanese restaurant. It's like a nice restaurant. It's like, bro, you can't be dressed in these shorts in this restaurant. You have to be wearing designers and nice clothes. I was like, oh shit, okay, I'll keep this in mind. Maybe Romania is a bit more, you know, you need to have the Mercedes, you need to have
Eastern
the
Europe,
Balmain
this is the-
t-shirt. Yeah, but in England, bro, these girls will fuck anyone who just says hello.
Our perception on the game is also like influenced by the fact that we lived in Eastern Europe for so many years, you know.
Bro,
Maybe this-
in America, if you're just a bartender, you just go gym a few times a week, you have confidence, bro, you're gonna have a good dating life.
yeah.
The thing is, it's just, like, I hear what you're saying, but most dudes, it's so hard to be confident without the money and all these other things.
Yeah, I think.
And it helps,
Bro,
I agree.
Even like I'm sure you can get bitches even if you don't have money, but generally experience is different. Like
I agree.
I know because I fuck bitches in every scenario. Small city, broke, blah blah blah, with money. And I know that if you have some money and if your vibe is good, and if you fuck the bitch you're actually attracted to, you'll feel way better. Like I was talking to my friend the other day, so like I was getting drunk 6 days out of 7 with a girl, and because I like her so much and we were a good match and things like this, I felt like I could maneuver the same like the next day like I didn't get drunk
Yeah.
because like the vibe was good. But if I fuck some peasant I hate, bullshit apartment, I have debt, and the next day I have to pay my bills, I have all these problems, it fucks up your psychology.
No, I agree.
And I remember when I was younger and I was getting drunk, and then the next day I had to pay things, and I was stressed out, and I had regrets, you know. So if you have money, it's different.
No, I
You
agree.
can like focus on the girls you're actually attracted to, you have chemistry with, and stuff like this. You have like an abundance mindset, the same when you have like a already main chick, because probably Adi agrees with him. When you have already a girlfriend, it's easier to like deal with girls. You're not needy. Rather than being some single guy, you need to fuck right now. You know, you just
I honestly know more people, like I've met more people that have problems getting girls than people that get girls easy. Like there's way more men that find
Agree.
it hard to fuck a girl than men that
Or which girl? Any girl, you're saying?
girls they like. Let's say.
yeah, girls they like. Because
Because-
like for example, you gave the bartender example. I would never hook up with a girl that is like this. That would just fuck anyone that says hello.
Yeah, they're not for us. It's not like attractive necessarily. You know,
No, but even
we have like our
again,
mentality is
it
like
depends on what you're saying though. The whole original thing we were talking about, like like we were saying for the dude watching this video, they can fuck hot girls. There are still hot girls that fuck bartenders. It doesn't
Yeah.
mean they're a fucking supermodel.
yeah,
They're attractive.
yeah, it's true. But
Like,
like
bro, there's 4 billion people in the world, and not everyone's like some famous news reporter or famous TV host. Like, there are
Yeah.
so many hot girls who just have 400 followers on IG, and they have a private account, and they go
Yeah.
to college, and they're studying fucking biological science, and they don't even know their own value. They're not on the Monaco or Dubai level. You know, the girls in Dubai and Monaco, the reason why you also like them is because they have the personality of, I'm on the Champions League. There's so many hot girls that if they actually
don't realize
presented
they're
themselves
really- yeah.
differently, just like how we have, let's say, a lot of money, but we don't even show it as good as the guy who has a BMW, who
Yeah.
masters the art of the photo dump.
yeah.
We're not the best gay. We're
We're
very
like those horrors who are good, but nobody knows us.
underappreciated.
Underappreciated horrors.
This will get
Same,
2,000 views. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
We don't even have a second tripod.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends.
And there's
on
other guys who are like, bro, they have like, I was seeing these guys on TikTok. They have like fucking was this worm who's going to fucking Palestine. It's like 1 million views on his.
I saw the
You
video.
know,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then,
yeah,
then
yeah.
and I go to this profile, and every video is like 1 million views, and it was like some worm on the street. Yeah, I'm eating this pancake. What the fuck, you know? Like we work to fuck all these bitches, make all this money. Nobody cares, you know? Like we're some underappreciated cars, and I realize like it's true. It's the same shit.
That's what I mean, though. I'm just saying there are so many girls with like 400 followers on Instagram.
It's true,
They
yeah.
have a private account. They're in English, like in some university in England or Romania or some small town, and they get fucked a lot by some average, pretty average dudes, and those average dudes have a bit of confidence. But if they were super insecure, yeah, then they're not gonna fuck them.
Yeah.
But the girls don't know how much money you have. They wear one Balmain t-shirt, for example. They turn up and this girl with 400 followers, like, wow, this guy, he's sure of himself.
Yeah,
You know?
sure.
But if the girl has 10k followers and she has a public account and she's been to Monaco, she's not impressed by the gimmick.
Yeah.
So
I've seen it all. Like
let's end with this video. Buy a Balmain shirt.
the lesson of this video is hit every angle. Be strong in every area. Be pretty good in the gym. Be pretty good financially. Be pretty good socially. Have a few videos online or pictures, photo dumping, Santorini.
It's
Just
another.
told me-
It's another thing I want to talk about because we were talking about this with the photo dumps. It's lot of bitches that nowadays they repost on TikTok. They say like, "Man should work." All these gay guys posting photos on Instagram. My dad or like my dad used to just pay the bills and like all these guys posting pictures in the mirror. You know?
Yeah.
But this is a fucking like.
It's a lie.
Bullshit, it's a lie, you know? Because if you don't post a lot, the girls won't know you and they won't value you, you know? This is the thing. This is the bad thing.
It's not gonna
If you-
exist.
Yeah, if you believe in this bullshit, you'll just not fuck nobody.
Yeah,
Girls want to like just manipulate you into thinking this.
Yeah, it just depends on your situation as well. Like, let's say you're a dude like just living in one of these apartments and you mostly stay inside your house, working on your laptop, and like Hardy said, or maybe you have a remote job. You
Yeah.
don't have time to even see the girls. Well, then yeah, you're not gonna get any girls if you don't go out and talk to them when you see them. But let's say you're in college, every day when you go to the
Yeah.
cafeteria, you see 100 girls. 7 of them might be super hot. You know, like that's how it works.
Yeah,
It just depends on your
proximity
scenario.
matters.
Yeah,
Proximity
you talk
matters
about this
a lot.
all the time. If you work in the office and there's a lot of women there,
Bro, I noticed this in Dubai because I was telling you guys I was living in this apartment building and every day I was going to the pool. It's like
Exactly.
10 bitches were like super hot, bro. Like, bro, I met in Dubai bitches and in Dubai like I met bitches that were like hotter than every girl I was talking to in Romania. 'Cause they were there, you know? And like they were making eye contact and I was like the only guy every day. I was like a bitch. Every guy, every day at the pool, you know? Me and them, you know? Like some worms. I was like there getting tanned and wasting time. And like them there with like fat ass from like Colombia, England, blah, blah. No? So like proximity actually matters, you know?
100%. But
And
let's say,
even with
yeah.
money.
Yeah, let's say you have another guy in this building though, and he's like half the guy you are, a quarter of the guy you are. You keep seeing them every day. That's what basically college is. That's what university is.
Yeah.
Or even in school. Okay, obviously the younger you go, the less money, man.
Yeah, we see things differently because in Romania probably like university
It's more sheltered, perhaps.
It's more different, you know?
Yeah,
It's a little bit
I
different.
think the main university in Bucharest, it's not a campus uni, right? A city one?
No, yeah, it's not like people don't take it so seriously.
Like in England, if you have a campus university, you're
Here
basically
is no
you're basically
campus,
at a
man.
boarding school. You're at a boarding school, you see the same girls every day, and they see you every day. You can be
In
a normal
Romania,
dude.
yeah, in Romania the problem is like people don't take it so seriously and people just see themselves at the exams and they don't take it so deeply.
Here in college, if you live in a dorm, you're literally
Yeah,
like,
low status.
Yeah.
It's like very,
Yeah.
very. It's like it's not like America. In America, it can be like this college guy living in a dorm. Here, dorm means like jail, bro. In Romania, the dorm is exactly like the jail I was in when I was arrested. Exactly the same. Yeah, and it's like very low status. If a girl tells me or Hadi to pick her up for, they didn't even tell, bro. If ever is like a bitch, we know a bitch. We both know that was living in a dorm, and like this bitch now has like a boyfriend who's like bought her like M4 or something. This boyfriend has like Ferrari, and I remember when I first dated her, it's like.
She didn't
She was
even have her nails done.
yeah, but like she was saying like, oh, pick me up. It's like 100 meters away from dorm. Like everyone knows
Yeah.
it's not a good thing to say this to guys. It's like very low status, and you just don't respect it.
Yeah, so she would basically send the location from like a restaurant.
Yeah,
Dorm,
like
so that no one will find out.
yeah, but you could see on the map is the elephant in the room. You could see the elephant in the room. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that's where the difference comes in.
It's the difference
Yeah,
because
I
in
agree.
the US, UK, it's like when you think of dorm and bullshit, you think like some luxury, little bit like
Yeah, I don't even it's just a boarding school. And then, so what happens?
it's
a lot of
not
these,
like a low level shit. Yeah,
a
necessarily.
lot of these girls just leave their parents' house to say 18, 19, then they go to university. They finally have some freedom,
Yeah,
and they let loose.
yeah.
It's just a different culture. But maybe in Romania I didn't notice it so much. Maybe that's why I'm saying you can be an average dude, because in
If you
England, the
live
Western
there.
world you can't. But when
Yeah.
since I've coming to Romania, I've had money, so maybe I don't see it as much. Maybe it's like that.
I don't want people to think like you need millions because
No.
me and Hadi can like vouch this. Like Hadi was getting hot girls when he had like a fucking red free series. I was getting girls like 5 years ago. Wasn't getting so much money like right now. Like you need some money. You don't need to be like necessarily the richest guy in the world.
That's way much cancer. Like if you have money, it's with the same exact girl, it's way easier because you can
I agree.
control the whole scenario.
Yeah.
You know, you're in charge. But if you're broke,
Yeah. And also the receipts always work for you. So like for example, I will give you an example, the difference between having power and being powerless. So like when I was powerless, I had to go out to the hot girl and probably she was the hottest girl I ever met. And I had to prove myself in front of her, lie and be sneaky and do all these mind games. And now I just drop a few names that I fucked and they all go and like watch the TikToks of my ex-girlfriends. And they're like, oh, all these girls have like a lot of money and they're like high status and they're hot. And then I have like an angle to be like, bro, you act like this and I fuck all these hot girls who have like Rolexes, have money or some fucking worm. And like then they adjust their behavior, you know? So definitely helps.
one thing happened to me recently, and it shows you how much a lot of girls don't understand money. There's this girl that texted me on IG, and she said, look, this guy is flexing your car. Some Romanian village boy stealing pictures of other people's cars and
Yeah.
posting them. And he DM'd that girl, and she showed me the conversation.
I think the same girl DM me. Yeah.
He
Oh, okay.
she asked him, what's your real car? And he showed her a 5 Series BMW. And then she told me, oh, look, this guy is trying to impress me with a 5 Series BMW, acting like it's a Jesco or a McLaren. And I focused only on this sentence.
Jesco.
Or a McLaren. First of all, there's a very big difference between a fucking Jesco and a
Yeah.
McLaren. And like, you poor village girl from Instagram, who's gonna pick you up with a Jesco?
Yeah, it's only one person that could pick you up from Bucharest.
Yeah, but it's just like, when it comes to women nowadays, it's just, you need to have money. That's it. Doesn't matter. And 5 Series right now, BMW 5 Series or any BMW or any Mercedes, it's not money anymore because of social media, because they see the Jesco guy, they see the guy with the McLaren, they see these guys.
You cannot even like consider yourself like, you know, the back in the day. I remember like a few years ago, like even you and me, we had like Audi,
Yeah.
post it. Now it's like if you have this, you just use it as a taxi. You don't even acknowledge it, you know. Yeah, guys, we had the mic break. Now we'll continue what we were talking off camera. So like we're talking about like content and stuff like this, and Hassan was saying like at certain point, if you wanna be a big ass celebrity, you need to be like politically correct and stuff like this. But like I think that all these big ass celebrities are very genuine. So like I think Drake is actually, he's not playing a gimmick on being like relatable to girls. This is actually his mindset.
No, not that point. That's not what I'm saying. I'm making the point of if Drake was doing a podcast every day,
Yeah.
he was live streaming every
He
day.
was lose his mystery.
Imagine Drake was live streaming in Miami, walking the streets. What the
Yeah.
fuck? Everyone sees him as an equal.
Yeah, it's
After
true.
one day, you start thinking, this is not even Drake.
Yeah, but this is the difference that I want to talk about when people think of like, oh, you just focus on work and then fuck all the bitches. It's bullshit. If you're Drake, if you're Weeknd, yeah, you can focus on an album or Chris Brown. You just push a dope album and then you fuck everyone on tour. You go to fucking Romania and like, imagine if Chris Brown came to Romania. It's fuck everyone here. It's Chris Brown. I remember, bro, I was like much younger in 2017. Tyga came to Romania. Bro, he came to this place in Harris Row. He's like, fuck the best bitches. And like everyone was talking, oh, fuck this bitch and this bitch. And then he came to another place and the next year, you know? But like we as entrepreneurs, we need to be more intentional if you want to fuck bitches. For example,
I agree.
nobody cares. I posted a fucking podcast with Hadi and Hassan, and bro, it's not like I posted an album then that, because different dynamic. Think about it like this: a football player, everyone looks at his game. A rapper, get drunk with a bitch, she listens to you. We're fucking bullshit ass entrepreneurs. Nobody gives a fuck. Like people overestimate this entrepreneurial thing. That's why I make fun. I say all the time in my Telegram, like, this guy's from the laptops, this guy's from the companies. Like, he's this is the thing. Like people overestimate. We're from the fucking laptops. Nobody gives a fuck. Women don't give a fuck. Like men give a fuck because we give good advice. But like women don't give necessarily a fuck about this.
But that's one advantage of actually building a personal brand is like, let's say Drake is here, this is some guy in the corporate world. You close the gap a little bit. Obviously,
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. A little
Obviously,
bit,
you're
yeah.
nowhere near Drake, but I'm saying like now that I have 100k followers on IG, and then the girl sees it, instantly changes. Like she's like, "Whoa."
Changes, yeah.
Yeah, so even the thing about life is if you approach someone else on the street, even if Elon Musk approached you, let's say you didn't know who he was. I mean, he's the B-side in that interaction.
Yeah.
If you go to someone else, that means they want something from you. So that's how girls almost think, this guy's coming to me, he wants to fuck me, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
But
but
if
like,
you have a big social media following,
you know
that
what?
changes
You
the
know
game.
why I agree with you with the money shit? Because me now, I'm used for the last years of being like the guy. I'm like me in Romania is like the guy. I'm like a UFC champion, and everyone knows what he might do. So me, when I talk to a girl, her friends, she talks. This is the whole dynamic. I talk to a girl, replies to me. She tells her friends, "Oh, I'm talking to Vlad." Her friends say, "Oh, look what Vlad said in this podcast. Look what Vlad did. Blah blah blah." And all the girls know more about me,
Yeah.
and like they all know what I'm about to do because I talked about it. So like I enjoyed it a lot living in Dubai because nobody knew, and I was like a rich guy only,
Yeah.
and I enjoyed this because I never experienced it in the last few years because I don't like it. Maybe Hadi relates to it. Like it's a little bit difficult. Like you message a girl and you fucked some of her friends, and she'll say, "Yeah, Hadi won't buy you the purse, Hadi." You know, it's better if warm as
dream's
base.
still there.
It's better if the hope is there.
Yeah.
No, Hadi is a crook, wants to fuck you fast, you know? No, Vlad is a crook, Vlad is not gonna give you money, blah, blah. You have more chances. Bro, I think right now that if a guy from abroad, from fucking Germany or even you come to Romania, you have more chances in 2026 to fuck these hot bitches here than
Local.
me and Hadi and these locals guys have because they know us.
It's all-
We will message them, they will talk to us, and then they will ask their friends, "Oh, you know this guy? Yeah, he fucked this girl, and he won't give you money, he won't buy a Birkin, you know? You know, they don't have this. What's your
So they
opinion?
can get away with it more as well.
Yeah.
It's like the German guy is gonna go back home. I'm gonna go back home.
Is the era of the internationalist, you know? So this is why I'm. Back in day was different. Back in day was like you have more leverage, living in a place, more time. Now it's like, if Hadi goes to fucking Warsaw, he has more chances of fucking hot bitches than a local Polish guy. Has more chances because the local Polish guy, girls know him, girls know it's a gimmick, everything he does, blah blah. Like even think about it like this is fucking crazy. Like imagine some random guy goes to Dubai, takes pictures with rented cars, and goes to fucking Poland and texts his bitches. Versus the Polish guy that goes to Dubai, does this, and goes to Warsaw. The girls from Poland will think like, oh, the Warsaw guys, the scammer, take pictures, but they will think of like the foreigner, like maybe he has these cars.
Owns it, yeah.
Actually, whoa, this millionaire messaged me, you know? It's fucked up. Nowadays, like, the world went more into
More
globalism.
globalized. Yeah, I remember I came to Romania 6 years ago in 2020 for the first time, and I remember every delivery driver was Romanian. Now I see black ones, Indian
Pakistanis.
ones, Pakistanis. The world is becoming so different. So nowadays, I really believe it's important to have a social media presence. You don't even need 100k followers, even if you have like some followers, but with
Yeah.
some cool pictures and some motion. You've got a picture in front of some nice cars, you've been to nice restaurants, just something cool, you stand out so much. Like each thing you have is like an asset which becomes like a multiplier. So if you have money, that's like one component. If you have a good social presence, that's one component. If you're not, 5'2", okay, that's another advantage. If you're not super small, so that's another component. All these things are components.
Yeah.
Right? If you're good at talking, like Romanian girls always tell me I have Ruggello, like the speaking thing.
Yeah.
That's another component. I'm like, all right, I've heard this before.
Yeah.
So it's just a component.
Yeah.
Party's huge. That's a component.
Yeah.
One thing didn't mention is they like to flex as well. They want the credibility. They want to say to their other friends, "Oh,
Yeah.
look, I'm going out with this guy." But if this guy is Joe with the 400 followers on Instagram and one picture, like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
They can't show it.
Yeah, can't show it.
Yeah, the hot bitches have this like egotistical way of seeing things, and I think we all have it, but like egotistical girls have this thing of like they have like all these hot friends, and they want to judge their friends. Oh, you're fucking this brokey. My boyfriend bought me this flowers, bought me this. He has this car, you know.
Bro, girls don't actually know shit. I remember speaking to one girl. She thought going to the Maldives was 50K. I was like, what? So I searched on my phone. I was like, look, this room, like this is the exact same room as this one. This was like 1K per night. This room was like 9K per night.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
she thought in her room, okay, if you go for a week, it's like 7K per night, 7 times. I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
They genuinely don't know shit.
Yeah, but it's still expensive for a normal person.
Oh,
No?
of course.
This is the thing we don't want to realize.
It's not 50K, bro. You've
Not
been to the
50.
Maldives, right? I've not been, but
3 times.
how much is it? I mean, you.
You'd probably spend 20K
Yeah,
to,
yeah,
to,
yeah.
to live your life well, not like some worm, you know?
Yeah.
They just they don't understand what it actually takes to achieve a certain lifestyle.
It's not
So
only girls. I say men as well do
think?
this, but
Yeah,
like there are options when it comes to men. Like I've met a certain type of people. I like to call them calculators because he's like either calculator or accountant because he's the type
Yeah.
of guy that broke as fuck, doesn't have anything, but he sits and calculates and he knows like every detail. This car, how much it costs, blah blah blah.
You know, yeah, they do your accounting. Like, if you
Yeah.
buy a car, it's like, it's not like 300K. He probably bought it on lease. He probably paid 50. They do the accounting for you, you know?
one guy.
Fucking accountants.
I wrote about this a couple of days ago. I said you can't give advice about like you can't invest another man's money for him if
Yeah.
you didn't even make the money in the first place. You can't say, you can't say, oh, he bought this Ferrari and he didn't buy the other one that went up. Like, bro, you don't even have one.
Yeah.
How can you talk about knowing how to spend the money?
That's
if you
most
don't have
people.
it?
It's the same like people were talking nowadays about like Ilya Topuria losing to Justin
bring that
Gaethje
up,
and like saying like he lost because his wife was a whore and he's a stupid guy. Bro, if that bitch would talk to you, you lose your fucking dynasty of like you lose your fucking life, fucking worm. You sell your soul for that bitch. Like people don't understand. Like people are some worms. Don't understand like when a bitch has like the proper mannerism and like the looks and like makes you feel good and stuff like this. They think like, oh, I'm smarter than Topuria if I had a wife.
It's not. I don't even think it's just about the girl. I also think it's like the reason why I say I don't look at him and think he's a loser. How does he not know better with women? Is because he's training twice a day, 3 times a day, literally the best in the world. Like you can allow him in that area to not pay full 100%.
It's another
because
thing.
he's putting
Yeah,
1,000%
it's another.
in one
It's
area.
another thing. If you cannot be wealthy and a G at the same time, like nobody talks about this.
Yeah,
like
you can't be
the
a gangster
more
and also.
you cannot be fucking pimp, then like
That's why I
bro.
love 50 Cent so much because 50 Cent said that after Get Rich or Die Trying, he couldn't maintain his gangster image because now he's an actual rich
Bro,
and famous guy.
I'll
So
tell
he
you.
adjusted his image before the next.
Yeah,
round.
I'll tell you the problem. So like, me and Rebenga in the winter before going to Dubai, I was fucking this bitch and like this guy in Romania has like multiple supercars. Like, told this girl like, yeah, I'll give you 1,000 euro to meet me, blah blah. And like initially, Rebenga was saying like, oh, what a loser, blah blah. And I was saying like, bro, the reason why this guy is wealthy and this guy owns multiple companies, restaurants, blah blah, is that he's a worm. Because if he was like slick like Playboy, he wouldn't own these companies and would make like millions per year, you know? Like it's a he would he would invest in bitches, blah blah. It's like the same with like yachts. I was in like fucking Monaco and like all these yachts there, and like you would see like some old ass women with their kids, and like in warm from fucking looks at podcast things like on these yachts is like all these in shape guys with bitches. No, bro. The guys who ran the yachts are in shape. The guys who own the yachts are some worms because if you want to own a yacht, you don't have the mind and creativity to fuck bitches and you don't have the desire. You cannot own a fucking $100 million yacht or $50 million yacht if you're drunk and you fucking bitches. You need to be a little bit of a worm to have success in life.
Yeah, I agreed on that.
You need to be, like even us, we're worms probably in this world. There are people who take oxycodone every day, who like do crazier shit than we do.
Yeah,
Like
we
me,
have
I don't
stable
take.
lives, most
Yeah,
people
me, I don't take drugs. Me, I don't like do this crazy. Like I know people are way crazier than me.
Of course, yeah.
I cannot be crazy, and if I want to not get broke and not be bad money and
But
stuff.
that's why if you're watching this video, understand that you shouldn't judge people who are a lot more successful than you. Because let's say you are looking at someone like Ilia Topuria. Like, who cares that his wife left him or whatever the situation was, because he's the best fighter in the world or one of the best fighters in the world. So it's just like, if you were the best fighter in the world and you saw how much, you know, this guy, like I saw a video on him on how he trains. So he has like a complete workout routine, and then during the day he's got like 5 or 6 different recovery methods. He's sleeping in this like chamber,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah,
reading a book while he's in this chamber recovering. It's like his whole mind is focused on expanding his mind and his skill set. He's not, even Hardy, who just had a second boxing fight now, and I'm pretty sure Hardy would admit
Yeah.
he's not the same fighting level as Ilia Topuria, obviously.
Yeah.
It's like, he said it distracted him a lot and it occupied his mind and it distracted him from business. So imagine Ilya's level. Bro, everything in your life's gonna go
Bro,
from
imagine like let me say this. Like imagine he had 2 professional bouts. He cannot be fucking this my soldier what he's doing every day and have professional fights. You need to structure blah. You need a trade-off. People don't realize this. Like everything you want in life,
when I
you
came to
need to sacrifice something. You cannot be fucking every day, know all the drugs, know all the, you know?
Black
Cannot.
told me this when I came to Romania like 5 years ago in 2021, like the second time.
Yeah.
I was training, I wanted to be a UFC fighter. I was like convinced I wanted to be a UFC
Mm-hmm.
fighter. But then as I kept making more money, I was like, maybe I don't. You know?
Yeah, maybe.
Because I couldn't even go drink. I couldn't even really hang out with girls. I was like always having to like train. I was like, and I don't know if I want this. And then you were actually telling me like, someone like Justin Gaethje, he just beat Topuria.
Yeah.
He's like 37-38. Obviously, successful guy. But I don't know if I'd want his life. You have
Yeah.
to ask yourself. Because he never...
But this takes us back to the subject that people are actually stupid. Because after my fight, I posted it on TikTok and I got a lot of views, and I got a lot of comments. Oh, you're fighting this guy that doesn't know how to fight. Oh, why don't you fight Anthony Joshua? Bro, like, I have a fucking multi-million-dollar business that I need to maintain, that I need to work. I have my personal brand. I have other shit that I'm doing.
Yeah.
But people, like, they don't understand.
There's levels.
Yeah, there's levels and what comes behind all of this stuff. You know, because like right now, let's say I want to, for example, do what they're saying, fight Anthony Joshua. While we're here smoking and doing a podcast, he's training.
Yeah.
This is his life. And people just are super quick to judge and be like, oh,
People are worms because they live in like, you know, the Colosseum, and the people were like the spectators of like the games.
yeah.
It's
That's how you have
easy.
to look at it. They don't
He
even care
likes
if you
these
die.
guys.
Yeah,
He said-
that's the great point. They don't
It's
even
like-
care if you die. If you literally die in the Colosseum, back in the day when someone would die,
Bro.
what was it when they go like this or like this?
Yeah.
Everyone was like, yeah.
Bro, I'll give an example. I'll give an example. Some guy yesterday. So I have this ex who I broke up, now I have other girlfriend, blah, blah. And like this girl is like in Dubai, you know? Has like some boyfriend, spoils her, buys her like 5,000 roses, you know? Like she posts from there. And this worm texts me yesterday. It's like, oh, your ex is there, gets fucked by other guys, blah, blah, blah. But like, the problem isn't that I have an ex that gets spoiled. The problem is like, he's a worm who doesn't understand this not problems, but like this reality.
That's why I want to tie this point back to what we were saying earlier about posting more content. It's not the Patrick Bet Davids and Tate judging our content. It's the worms who don't even understand the game anyway.
Yeah.
But because they're so stupid and they're not aware,
Yeah.
they don't know how to critically think. Who cares what they think anyway?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
even if you died, they wouldn't care. They literally think, oh, you fighting this guy, he's not Anthony Joshua. They have no understanding of even the obvious things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how are they going to understand the more nuanced things? They're not, which means you should just post more, do more, think less anyway.
Ask yourself, the guys watching, why do us, whenever we get hate, why don't we delete the comments? Because you can just delete them, you know, and no one will see them. But like those comments and all this negativity is
We
part
make fun of it, bro. It's like,
Yeah.
for us, it's fun. Don't give a fuck, you know? Like, we're the type of people who, like, somebody says something, we just talk about it and just laugh about it. It's like, only if you actually, like, believe it, and if you actually, like, it can affect you if you're actually a worm, you know? Like, for example, if let's say you buy a Bugatti and people say, you rented it, and you know you rented it, you delete the comment. But if you know you didn't rent it, if you work for it, and if you live in a mansion, give a fucking, just like, yeah, some fucking worm from the villages, you know? If you actually, like, if you're a fake person, then it affects you. This is what I think.
I have this happen to me recently with this rich kid. Parents are some surgeons, whatever, and he tried to like lurk his way into my group, you know? And he saw that I'm the type of person that if you just text me randomly on Telegram or you message me on IG, I'm not gonna be friends with you, you know? It's normal. So he kind of got close to me by starting to go to the same gym I train at. And
Put an effort.
yeah. And he launched this shit clothing brand for boxing. And my coach told me, "Oh, look, take the shirt and let's take a picture with it." I said, "Okay, fine." We did it, and then the guy tried to get close again, and I saw that he's that type of worm. I was like, "No," trying to like back off, you know. And then he went and started telling people, "Oh, Hadi works for me. He's wearing my shirt.
Wow.
Blah blah blah. He's my employee." And a friend of mine that is not rich, he's just a normal guy that works for me. He said, "Oh, bro, you should go beat him up. Oh, let's send him a message." Well, I told him, "Bro, why? Like, if you compare my life and his life, he's the miserable one. He's the one putting in all this effort, getting pissed off because I don't want to be his friend. Why should I reply to such stuff?" And I think this is a very easy way to see who actually has money and is happy and who isn't. Because if you're successful and you have money and you're happy, you don't care about these negative comments. You don't care about what people think, you know? It's just you see them as, yeah, it's part of the game. Who cares?
We've never left a hate comment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Today I saw this TikTok that went viral, and oh no, I'll tell you. So there's this guy that he does tactical training, like for for military police officers, with a super strong guy. He's been doing this for 25 years, and now he launched an online course. From what I understood, is an accident during a mission left him half crippled, and he talks with his mouth like this, like he's half. And he posted a video educating people about the importance of doing tactical training, and all of the comments were, "Why is your mouth like this?" And I was looking at the comments and thinking, like, I would never write something like this.
Yeah.
You know, like what goes through these people's minds when they do stuff like this? You know?
Bro, I told you at the start, yeah, half of the world has a below average IQ. Like, that's it. That's why.
The thing is, like, people, if they didn't experience a certain level, they don't understand, like, the dynamics and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
It's, like, hard for them.
But like, think about it. You said your mom was an English teacher, right?
Yeah.
So you had smart parents. You're smart. You
Mhm.
had smart parents. You're smart. You grew up. You had siblings as well. Did you have siblings?
No.
I don't know. But yeah, you get the point though. You grew up in a smartish environment.
Yeah.
And you were naturally smart people. And then naturally, because you're smart, then you consumed other smart information.
Yeah.
You became smarter, and you had mentors. Blah blah blah. All the stuff I just said, they didn't have that.
No,
Think
they
of
have
how
it.
dumb they are.
I think they had it, but, like, the problem is, the thing that differentiates us from other people is, like, we had smart parents that did, like, went to university, blah blah, but we want to go outside of the matrix and, like, have online businesses, and we didn't take, like, university seriously. And, like, people in our position, like, we were supposed to be, like, professionals, and, like for example, me, I was supposed to be like a lawyer, Hadi a doctor, you doctor bullshit something, making 5K, 7K, 10K a month. The reason why we made money and we're successful and we had, like, we don't do nothing every day, we can travel and everything, it's like we disregarded what society told us and we took a risk. This is the difference.
Yeah, because look, the guy I told you that was hating, he has rich parents, he has a good
Yeah.
life, he lives somewhere here in this area, but what he doesn't have is what we can do. Is like, for him, if he wants to take a girl out, he has to ask his parents for money. He doesn't
Yeah.
have the freedom of, like, yeah, let's just go, you know? And I think this is what creates this, like, hatred and this
These people who have money from parents, their problem is that they're not doubling down on what they have. Like me, if I had parents with money, I would, like, simply play the old money tactic, blah, blah. Didn't give a fuck about how they make money or me or, you know? But these guys, they want to compete with us, like,
yeah.
they no, but I want to make money as well. Stupid as fuck. They don't even, the problem with people is they don't know how to play their position. You know?
People aren't their authentic self. Like, they
Yeah.
don't express themselves naturally. I think that's why for us, we've all done well with personal branding. We were all authentic.
Yeah, like this guy, if you ask him if like he tells girls that he's an OF manager, but he never
Exactly. Why?
doesn't know.
Why does he want to be a pimp?
Yeah.
Why doesn't he want to be a rich guy from a rich family and be like, yeah, just don't need to work. These worms have to work. Me, I was rich. You know, I would be like this. These guys want to be self-made. This is the problem they have. This is why it's easy to defeat them, you know, in life. Because they don't own who they are. And the guys who own it, they're very good opponents. They're very good in the game. This is a problem. Like, for example, me, I never want to be like handsome guy. I know that anything I do, I'm just like 5'9", will never be fucking clavicular or like some 6'5" guy, you know? I don't even want to compete in that realm, you know? I have other things going on. But if you want to be like, if you're a fucking warm-ass loser, who's like short-ass nigger and like, I mean, oh, I want to go looks max. Bro, in order to looks max, you already have to be handsome. This is their thing, you know?
You think so?
Yeah, bro, like you cannot be like some fucking, bro, imagine some guy who's like 5'7" and he wants to be handsome. And you're just living life, just existing, and you're more handsome just because you're 6'5". This is the fucked up part. You can do your best, and if you don't play the right game that doesn't fit you, you'll never win. This is what guys don't understand, you know?
You might not be the best, but you can still massively improve your position.
Yeah, you improve your position, but you don't claim it. It's like some worm buys a 7 Series and it's like, I see these worms buy like S-Class. Posting it all the time, jerking off, and it's guys
But
like...
then again, you could argue they're not trying to impress you and us. They're trying to impress the people even below them.
They don't even impress, bro, because in Hadi or you come there and just
No, but there's way less
just
of us in
like
society.
smash them like this, you know, like
No, but there's too many girls. There's too many opportunities in life for things.
No, I'll tell you what there's the problem. No,
can't get everything.
yeah, but let me explain. If you have like in this example, you have like 7 Series, 100K, new one, and you just jerk off, have this car, blah blah. Then you get girls who appreciate cars. Let's say with girls, they appreciate cars. You talk about this. It's very important in your universe. You have friends. You go car gatherings, blah blah. And then somebody like Hadi comes that doesn't even give a fuck about these cars, although he has more cars than you. And then your girl will appreciate him because you talk every time. When you're in your 7 Series, you see Hadi's car. It's like, whoa, look, this car. Wow. And then when you cheat on your girl, she will look at guys who have more cars than you because she wants to cheat on you with guys who are superior to you in the realms that matter for you. You know? So it's better to be nonchalant about everything. Me personally, don't give a fuck about anything. I'm just in every realm. Like I have a good car, I have a good apartment. Like don't give a fuck about anything specifically, you know? Don't jerk off. I don't claim everything, you know?
But there is pros and cons to everything as well, because in this example you just gave, maybe that one girl that you're dating, she's now going to be like, oh, now Hardy has more cars than the guy with the 7 Series. But that guy with the 7 Series, let's say, who's posting it everywhere, maybe that helps that guy build his personal brand. He gets more clients on the online business. Let that girl cheat with Hardy.
Yeah.
Get a new girl, and now you're just higher status in society yourself. Why try and limit yourself to this one person? Create more leverage for yourself and impress the other 8 billion people.
No, what I'm trying to say is like, as a person,
I get what you mean, never glaze one
it's
area
better
too much,
to have more versatility, because if you think about us, like let's take Hadi. Hadi was never the type of guy doing car reviews. He has like lots of cars, watches, also travels, also does boxing, also fucks bitches, also is smart, also has businesses, also is a doctor. He was never the type of guy who's like only going to car rallies with his only Lambo, you know? Like a lot of guys in this world do. They get a Lambo, jerking off every day to this fucking, you know? This is the thing. Or Hadi was never the type of guy. Boxing is the best in the life. If you don't box, it doesn't give... You ever heard Hadi say like, if you don't box, you'll never end up fucking bitches, you know?
Let's say Hardy leaned into one of these more, or leaned into all of them more. He showed more boxing content, he showed more car content, and showed more whatever else content. I think he'd be more successful.
I don't know, because if Hadi was
Can't be the best at it.
No, not the best. Yeah, I agree. Don't claim it too much. Yeah, don't glaze something too much. But if Hardy did more car pictures on IG, bro, so many more people would follow
Bro,
him.
if
No one would
Hadi,
fuck, who's this guy?
no, listen, if Hadi
Only the
was,
Twitter people really
if
know he was a chance.
if Hadi was jerking off to boxing, people will see him as a boxing guy, and then his girlfriend will say like, "Yeah, you're shit." And if he had the hot girlfriend, she would say, "You're shit anyway, fat." She would read the comments. You're fighting this small guy. I will fuck Anthony Joshua. But if somebody says Hadi this thing, he will say like, "Yeah, fuck Anthony Joshua. I have like all these cars. Don't give a fuck. I have Anthony Joshua's money." He can say this in front of the girl because he has like money, fucking lives in a palace, doesn't give a fuck, you know? So like distributing your eggs in multiple like baskets suits you more, I think. And me personally, and probably Hadi as well, we enjoy this more. Not like
There's one comment I saw on my boxing fight that actually like it got my attention. One guy said, "You're good at making money. Boxing, not much." And I looked at him like, like this is not an insult. You know, you're telling me okay. And I looked at his account, and he's some gypsy boxer from some fucking village living
some
making
warm ass
yeah wooden house.
worm.
But like having multiple angles to attack is actually the way to go because if let's say I only focus on boxing content and I lose.
No, don't do that. No. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, I exactly like agree with this. Unless you're a fucking like Drake or something, you know? Depends on your personality, but me personally, I agree more with like this approach, you know? It's like
No,
do
100%. I agree. 100%.
Yeah.
I just think in general for everyone, I think they should lean into all. I think just more is they lean into every angle more. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we don't show the cars enough. We also don't
Yeah.
show a lifestyle enough.
Yeah,
You know, like
true.
you've
We're
never,
too nonchalant.
posted this balcony on.
Yeah, I didn't jerk off this. Like, yeah, I don't think because I don't think
Yeah,
highly
always
of
this
it.
Mistake. Yeah.
Yeah, but like me personally, like for example, the reason why I don't post this balcony or my jacuzzi or my house, blah blah, is like I've been to people's houses who are like in Dubai and like in places, you know, this like you know, it's like people. Hadi probably doesn't jerk off to his fucking McLaren because he's seen like the jets, like the dates cars, all you know. There's a reason. Like has advantages and disadvantages. For social media, it's better to like jerk off to everything you do, but for your general life, for your you know, it's better to like be more nonchalant. This is what I think. Like for example, if you live in fucking, imagine Leonardo DiCaprio. Imagine him doing everyday TikToks. I'm fucking actor. I fuck every girl. Blah, blah. For him, it's better to be like Leonardo DiCaprio, nonchalant. You know, he would get more followers. He would get more contracts. He would post every day probably. But you know, it's a trade-off. It's like you need to analyze what suits you better for your personality. Because even me, for example, even Hadi, we're talking about this. Like if we posted in Romania what we have and what you know, in Romanian, we don't have like personal brand in Romania posting about this. We'd make, bro,
Well, I don't
in
everyone.
in 1 month, every person in the country would jerk off to what we say. But we don't want to do this. We don't do it.
Why?
Not for us. For example, for us. Other people would be. If other people had what we do, they would post every day. We rather have like these bullshit views, 3,000 views in abroad, than and like if some Romanian wants, he can learn English. But like we'd never post in Romania like seriously, you know, like do vlogs. I don't know. It's not like it has like downsides as well. Bro, I have a question for you, both of you guys. Like, what's the best ways to invest your money besides your like business and personal brand and stuff like this? Because Hadi has like his real estate and stuff like this. Like, what do you think?
Go first, Hadi?
Yeah, go.
For me, I would say it was really.
When I have a question, when did you like? What's the like the point where you say like, yeah, I want to drop this money on real estate? Like, why didn't you buy like lease a fucking Cognac, Bugatti, blah blah, and just did this?
for
What was your mentality?
Back then, because in 2023 and 2024 I invested the most
Yeah.
in real estate, and now they doubled, which is why I'm saying it's very good, and they bring very good revenue. Back then, each and every single person I met that was rich was doing real estate, and like all the rich old guys. Everyone either owns a complex building or does real estate or owns real estate from before. And like anyone that's not online knows that this is actually like one of the best ways to invest your money. But I had this conversation with someone. He asked me, "What ROI do you have on your real estate?" And I said, 8% annually, sometimes 6, depends on the place, sometimes 10. He said, "Oh, but with the stocks, you can get the same amount without the hassle." Okay, but I don't know anything about stocks, you know, and I might lose money getting into stocks rather than knowing something that I already have experience with. And I met a lot of people that know it, and they help me become better at it. And with my niche, like if I let's say tomorrow I'd buy a Bugatti, yeah, I'd be the first F manager that has a Bugatti, but would it make me sign more models? I don't think so. Would it make my community bigger? I don't think so. Because like I already reached somewhat the peak when it comes to that business, but what's your opinion?
Yeah, I think it depends on how much money you have, what you need to invest in, and also where you're strong, where you're weak. So, for example, I think buying a supercar for Hardy before was a better investment than property because then it makes a big difference if you go from no Lambo to a Lambo for your
Yeah.
personal brand. But then if you have a bunch of cars, yeah, buying the extra car isn't as good as real estate. I think it depends on who you are, where you are, what you're lacking. I think if you've like, let's say you've never really gone out with women, you've never really partied and all that stuff, going clubbing is actually a good investment
Yeah.
because then you get it a bit out your system. You're more comfortable in different scenarios. I think traveling is a great investment. I really think it depends on how much money we're talking about. For
Yeah.
the viewers watching this, they might have 5K in the bank. I'd give them a different answer.
Invest in yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What would what would you do if you had like a normal job making a few K per month?
I would invest it 100% in online mentors and communities. 100%.
What I would do is I would save for a couple of months or
Yeah,
maybe a
sure.
year to have like let's say 20K, 15K on the side so that I can pay my rent for the next couple of months and just focus on an online business and go 100% because I've I've never met someone that did an online business during him working a normal job and make it. Like people sometimes
You need to
underestimate it.
dedicate.
Yeah, they people think it,
People think I can work job and also do this and
yeah.
also, bro, you need to optimize for what you need. So like for example, what I would do if I had the job or I was broke, I would just get a bitch that was like naive because it's very important. Nobody talks about like, bitches are very important. So like you need to get a bitch, a woman that's more naive. Like when we talk about women, we talk about like upper echelon women that know their value and they blah blah blah. You need to get a woman who doesn't know necessarily her value. She might be hot and stuff, attractive for you, and like accepts you sitting in the house, sitting on the laptop, cooking. All this. You need a bitch that sits in the house and like accepts you being a worm because you need to be a worm. Like you just work on an online business and you use her for tasks and stuff like this and you get rich. This is the most important thing. Because if you get rich, then everything changes. Even if you're handsome, if you like people say like, yeah, if you get slimmer, you get more bitches. Who the fuck cares? You're not like people overestimate. When I was younger, I was overestimating like, you get the summer body. Okay, you get the summer. I was getting the summer body. Okay, I get six pack. But I was not going to the beach. I was not going to Marbella. I was not going to fucking Saint Tropez. It's good to have a summer body now, if with my money, because I can go anywhere. Like just display it, just Dubai, just spar and like six pack and don't have like double chin and stuff like this. But if you're broke, doesn't matter anyway. So you need to just focus more on money and like optimize the people around you. You don't need people to take drugs around you. No, don't need people who are idiots around you. Don't need people who are pussy around you. You need to find the people who want to do businesses. Even like it's both spectrums are bad. Like the people who take drugs and like they're like crazy, and also the people who are pussy and go to college and things like this university. You need people who are like, yeah, I don't want to take drugs, but also I don't want to go and be pussy nigger being a fucking lawyer. I want to do online business. Let's raise some capital and just invest in this
If
man.
you're watching this and you work a normal job, understand that there's no online business that can make you rich if you don't go 100%. Like, this doesn't exist. If your goal is to get into an online business and make a lot of money, you need to go 100%. You can't be 8 hours at the job, 2 hours at the gym, 1 hour
Simping on your beach, sucking dick there. You cannot do this. Like me, when I started my webcam studio, I was like super focused on it. I like quit university. I was studying law initially, but then I was just there. No weekends, extra hours. I was just simply going from like 11 o'clock, like 11 p.m. to like 9 p.m., like 12 hours, and then just sleeping and just going MMA and going back to work. So like for years I was doing this. I wasn't fucking doing anything else. Because if you're doing, like, you cannot like be halfway crook, halfway doing everything initially. Then you can maybe adjust and just do systems, hire people and stuff like this. But initially you need to focus. Because even if you have employees, if you don't know every process in your business, it's very hard. What do you think about this?
Completely agree.
It's hard to give advice to your employee if you're a fucking idiot, don't know shit.
100%.
Like, most of you people are like idiots, and like the problem with most people is not like they're party people, they're pussy. You're pussy and wanna just wanna focus on university, I don't do this, you want 10 things at the same time. Specialize in the beginning. Just be like, cut people off, don't reply to your friends. Fuck what your mom is saying. Even with the parents will judge you until you have money. Every person I ever met, their parents were judging them until they had money, and then when you come with the... It's like in the Scarface movie when Tony came home with the money on the table, and then it was different. You know, like his sister liked him, everything. Money is like, everyone likes you if you have money. Everyone believes in you if you have money. Everyone starts... Like, even, I remember my friends back in the day, everyone was like hating, like, webcam is bullshit, blah, blah. And then everyone wants to do webcam because I had webcam. It's the same shit. Initially, nobody believes in you. When you make money, everyone like jerks off. Bro, help me with this, teach me, blah, blah, you know? This is the thing. Need to like be, and I like people, like even you guys, especially you, Hassan, you like did delayed gratification. Because me, I was that person, like, bro, why didn't you party, blah, blah. You want to be, like, in the position where you have, like, everything. Until you focused on other bullshit. You didn't give a fuck. You didn't give a fuck about me partying in 2020. You were, like, militant. You were want to do, like, sales, business, all this stuff. You can talk about this because people maybe...
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Yeah, I think... I don't even know how to word this, but I think people just want things too soon. I mean, it's a very simple point, but...
You need to suffer more than you thought initially, you know?
People think they're going to be a millionaire, travel the world, have everything, live this top 0.1% lifestyle, but then have average work ethic. It doesn't work like that. To have 0.1% lifestyle, you need 0.1% work ethic. Or at least 1% work ethic, yeah.
With
Needs to make sense.
it's the same with everything. Like, if you want a... Even with dating, if you want a bitch that's, like, can flex with, and, like, she's, like, top level, you cannot like be like, yeah, message girls for 1 week and then they reply and there were worms, and you know, like, you need to like do it like a job. Everything worth having is like a job. Like, even me as an influencer, I'm not like some big ass influencer who like posts every day, like, but even if you take my Telegram channel, Joe Lampton, it's like I posted mostly every day for like 5-6 years, and I don't have so many followers, but I made a lot of money and lots of friends because I was treating it like a passion and a job. If I just post once every 2 months and put things with AI and I don't like it and I'm just halfway doing it, I'll never make no impact, you know? People fuck with me because I just put effort into it. Guys, go follow us on Telegram. My channel is like Joe Lampton, you can search it there. His is like, what's your channel? Hassan Haider?
Yeah.
And his is like Dr. Hadi. You'll also have in the description everything you need to know about us. So we see you next time. Goodbye. Namaste.